Oh, should be live. Let me know, guys. You should be seeing me, hopefully, and you should be seeing my other screen here. Let's see here. I'll start. Oh yeah, I'll do that, Jacob. Yeah, for sure. We'll do a Tom Clancy one. We'll do other ones. This is the, I mean, if this is popular, I'll do more than one of these. Yep, sweet. Should be sweet. I'm hoping to get some. I'm just gonna start doing it. I mean, I'm gonna go off of my rankings, and then if you guys disagree with me, you guys, I mean, I want your guys' input, but this is gonna main this is I'm intending this to be the hidden gems kind of view here, hidden gems list, whatever. Episodes 1 to 6 in the Thrawn trilogy should be in the best tier section. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. Yeah. I'm gonna go through the text real quick here, and then we'll start doing this. But yeah, I agree with that. I pretty much agree with that. Any Disney books should not be on the tier list. They are not canon. It would be insult. Yeah, well, they're not going to be any Disney books. This is just EU. This is strictly EU. So Disney is not a factor here. Runes of Dana should come in about and above every Disney. Yeah, I agree with you. Sorry, I agree with you. I even the worst EU book, I'd rather read the worst. I'd rather read Crystal Star. I really would. I'd rather read that than a Disney book. Sorry. And I know there's some good Disney books. I know there are, but this is EU. I'm an EU channel. I'm sorry, I'm an old canon, EU expand universe channel. So Crystal Star S tier, yeah. What's up, nerds? How everybody's day going? Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I almost started a fire in my kitchen, but other than that, I had a pretty good day. Happy Friday, guys. Yeah, happy Friday to everybody. All right, so I guess we'll get started. And I'm going to agree with Ocean View here, at least with the Thrawn trilogy. Thrawn trilogy is going to go in S tier. I mean, there's no question there. So, how many books are you going to do? I'm going to do the whole thing. I mean, at least I found a tier list, I think, that has most of the EU. It doesn't have every single EU book, but it's got the majority of it. So, all right, let's start off here, and we'll with I think that was you, Ocean View, but that's no question. I guess we'll start if we're doing the whole EU. If they have the Brian Daly stuff, I'd like to go in. I'm probably gonna go in release order. I don't know. I can go chronologically. What do you guys want me to do? If you guys let me know. Let me know if you want me to do chronological. I thought about doing chronological, but I don't know. Either chronological or release. But I guess we'll just start with the Thrawn stuff and just get that going because that's at least release wise for the bulk of the EU. Even though I know the Brian Daly stuff was before that. So where is the Thrawn books? They're here somewhere. I'm missing them. They're here somewhere. I know they are. They've got to be in here somewhere. There they are. Okay. All right. They're not in order here, but so no question. We're putting the entire because it's all one package to me. It's all one package. So they all go together. Chronological. Okay. All right. You mean yeah? I guess we do chronological. But like somebody already started us off here with the Thrawn trilogy, so that's what we're gonna do here. So we're going to they are not in any order. They're just all over the place, so I gotta find them. And somebody let me know if they're here. I'm sure I'm just not seeing them. I think each individual book should be in here somewhere. Where the heck are they? Oh, there we go. Okay, Dark Force Rising. The whole thing is S tier, in my opinion. So there's no question on that. So we're gonna do. And then Champions, or what do you call it? The third Thrawn book should be here somewhere. Somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? These are not in any order. I probably should have ordered these ahead of time, but I don't know if it would have saved it. So I apologize for that. Um, where the heck is it? Somebody let me know. Oh, there it is. Yeah, these are not in any order at all. So, all right. So we got the first right off the bat here. Thrawn trilogy, S tier, no question, does any? I mean, does anybody debate that? Does anybody dispute that? I think that's like, that goes without saying. Splinter of the Mind's Eye was C grade. I have not read it all the way through, but from what I've read, yeah, I would say it's about C, maybe like a low B, but I could probably live with C if you guys want to do C on that. But we were gonna try to go chronologically here, but it doesn't matter. Whatever. Splinter was, yeah, I can live with that. I will go with we'll go with Splinter as a C. That's what it felt like. I only got about halfway through it, but I'll agree with that. It's like a low B. I like Alan Dean Foster, so I'd probably give it a low B, but like a B minus or like a C plus sounds about right. I just gotta find it in here. Here it is. These will start getting easier to find here once we get through these. I can live with that. I can live with a C on that. Shadows of the Empire is a B. Ooh, see, I'm gonna have to disagree. I think Shadow is an A. I really like Shadows of the Empire. So I don't know. Anybody else? Let me know. Let me know what how you feel. I would go A on Shadows. I would. I really enjoyed it a lot. We'll come back to that. Let me know. Anybody else? Let me know how you feel about Shadows. I was gonna go A on Shadows, but we'll see. Put Children of the Jedi and Plan the Twilight in D. Excited to see your thoughts on those. Ooh, see, I agree with you on Twilight. Actually, Twilight I would almost put an F. I could not get through that book. That's the only Star Wars book I cannot get through. Children I'd put in C. Children I'd put in C. I know that's a controversial opinion. I know that. I know that. I know that's really against the grain, but I actually kind of enjoy Children slightly, like a little more than slightly. I kind of enjoyed it. Is it necessarily like a great book? No, but I got some enjoyment out of it. But I'm with you on Twilight 100%. Like I'm gonna go even worse than you. I'm gonna go F on Twilight. I'm gonna go C on Children and F on Twilight. And I know again, I know that's not popular, but this is my list. So I want your guys' input. I want your guys' input, but I'm kind of gonna I'll stretch a little bit. I mean, can you live with Children as a C? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just sorry. I enjoyed it. It I don't know. There's parts of it I liked. I don't know. I like Callistia. I mostly like Callistia. So I like Children and Dark Saber. I'm sorry, I like those books. Twilight, no. But Children and Twilight, Children and um Dark Saber I like. So here's Twilight. Twilight's going in D. Oh, there isn't an F, so okay, yeah, I guess you were right. Twilight's going in D. And then where is Children? Let's see. Oh, there it is. I'm putting Children in C. Sorry. I know this is gonna upset some people, but sorry. Children's going in C. So I liked it. I liked parts of it. I liked most of it, I should say. The first four books of X-Wing series are great. The whole series is great, but the first four are the best. Oh yeah, easily. I would say they ramp up for me. So I would say I guess we can do the X-Wing books real quick here. Um Maybe I'll come back because that's gonna take a bit. So I'll come back, Brian. Don't worry. We'll come back to that. A for Shadows. Okay. So A minus. Okay, all right. So yeah, Shadows is going an A. I'm sorry. Shadows is a great book. I'm sorry. I think Shadows is a really good book. So is it maybe is it it's an A minus, but to me that's still an A. So I gotta find it. I just saw it. Hang on. This is a mess. Where the heck is it? I know it's here. Come on, guys. That's probably the very end. God, where the heck is it? Somebody help me here if you I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, Shadows is going an A. So Crystal Star Reserves F. I have not read Crystal. I have not read Crystal yet. So I'm gonna have to put that not read because I know it's generally considered bad, but oof, sorry, Witch. I haven't read it yet. So that's gonna have to go in the not read for me. That's one of the few I have not read yet. One of the very few. But for some reason, I have a feeling I'm not gonna hate it. I have a feeling I'm not gonna hate it. So I'll do this again at some point. This is just temporary. Where is it? Crystal Star. There it is. So that's going to not read. I'm not a fan of Callistia, so that's why I hate it so much. Where some people love her, so it just depends on yeah that your enjoyment of the Callistia trilogy is whether you like Callistia. So I just think Crystal Star is good. No, that's not a hot take, but I know a lot of people who also like it. Yeah, I that's what I'm saying. It's kind of one of those books I've noticed. It's like the Callisto trilogy. It's love or hate. It's love or hate. And that's I don't and I haven't read it yet, so I don't want to say anything yet. But I have a feeling I'm gonna like it because I know the author is kind of like a Star Trek. Didn't she write Star Trek books mainly? And I like Star Trek, so I have a feeling I'm gonna like it, but I have not read it yet. Sorry. That's I might just I've kind of been taking a break from reading Star Wars books. So I've been reading fantasy right now. So I might get back into Star Wars books again. I'm just gonna I'll probably knock that out and a couple other ones I missed because I have not read every single book. I've read most of them. I've read like 90% of them, but there's a few I have not read, and that's one of them. Yeah, Roru is our OG. Yeah, I need to read it. I know. Maybe I'll read that next. Don't forget episodes 1 to 6 in top tier. Yeah, you're talking about the novelizations. I'm assuming. Are all the novelizations that good though? I don't remember. I've read them. I remember Revenge of the Sith being really good. I don't remember Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones being. I mean, they were good, but they weren't like amazing. Revenge of the Sith novelization is amazing. Like it's fantastic. But I like Matthew Stover, so we'll get to it. Don't worry. I respect your list, man. I love people giving their true, unfiltered thoughts. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. I know I have spicy opinions, and maybe I'll start doing keep this going here. I'm gonna start doing some of my spicy opinions here. There's actually a low key fan base rising for the Crystal Star. I think it's overhated. Yeah, I can see that. That's how I feel about children in Dark Saber. You know what? No Dark Saber. That's how I feel about Dark Saber. I feel Dark Saber is overhated. That book is great. I just reread that. I've reread that book like 3, 4 times. That book is great. I'm gonna do that. You know, while we're at it, let's. You know what? We keep talking about the Callisto trilogy. Let's just bang out the Callisto trilogy real quick here because I got Children and Twilight. I'm gonna put Dark Saber in B. I want to put it in A. I want to put it in A, but I would man, I almost want to put it in A because I really like Dark Saber a lot. Ooh. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it. Sorry. I like Dark Saber. Dark Saber's going in A. The Imperial stuff, there's so much great stuff in that book. So it's going an A. Sorry. I know that's probably gonna irritate some people, but so we got the Callisto trilogy banged out here. But yeah, that's cool to hear that Crystal Star is kind of getting a fan base. I like that. I like that kind of stuff. So let's see here. Han Solo and Lando books are like B to C. Yeah, I'll pretty much agree with that. I would say the Han Solo books are like B. I like the Lando books. They're weird. They're weird, but yeah, B to C is probably about right. That's probably about right. I'll mostly agree with that. I would put them maybe. I maybe put Lando a little higher than that, but that's probably about right. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put them all in B because I think the Lando books are pretty good too. I think they're all like about B. They're all about the same quality, roughly. I would say. I need to reread them. I have not read those books in so long, especially the Lando ones. I have not read those since I was a kid. I need to reread them. I had the compendium that had all three of them, and I lost it, so I'm gonna have to rebuy that. Gotta find the other Han Solo book. I'd like to put them all together. Where's the Han? That's the Lando book. I'd like to put them together. I can find the other freaking Han Solo book. It's here somewhere. I don't know. I guess I'll just put start doing the Lando books because I'm seeing those. They're all roughly about B tier, I think. Maybe low A, but B's fine. I can live with B. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, here's the other Han Solo book. I need to reread them. I do not remember them that well. I don't. I remember the Lando books being really weird, but not bad. They were just weird. Like they were very strange and like they were kind of off brand. Let's see. I'm missing a book of each one, and this is a mess. Okay, here's the other Lando book, and I gotta find the other Han Solo book. God, this is a mess. Hang on. I can't. I just lost it. I just had the other Lando book, and I lost it. There it is. Okay. Let's see. God dang it. Where's the other Han Solo book? I'd like to just get all these out all at once here. God dang it. It's starting to get a little easier to go through these, but God, they're not in any order whatsoever. They're just all over the place. Come on. I'm missing it. I must just, unless it's not here. I don't even know if it's here. Oh, wait, here's the other Lando book. I think I got them all finally. Sorry about this. All right, I think I got them all. Yeah, yeah, finally. Okay, sorry about that. Done, finally. I put Crystal in B. Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I want to rank it, but there's a few I haven't read, guys. I'm sorry. There's a few I have not read. Maybe we'll do a vote and see what people say, but I know that one's divisive, so that's why I'm trying to make this. I'm kind of trying to make this my opinion here mostly, because there's things that are going to be divisive. Episode one novelization adds one extra scene, so it's kind of but it's a novelization, but adds nothing new. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't remember I remember Revenge of the Sith being great, and I don't remember the other two novelizations being that great. And the OG, like the OT novelizations, I thought were just they were good. They weren't bad, but I don't remember them like wowing me. I even because I remember reading, yeah, the only one that stuck with me was Empire. The Empire novelization was pretty good. I don't remember the other novelizations being that good. We'll get to that. I guess I don't know. I feel like that's going to take a bit, so we'll come back to that. Darksaber has always been looked at good, but I need to reread Children since I met the writer of Legends Con. I still hate Callistia, but I want to reread to see what I think now. Oh man, yeah. God, I wish I could have gone to Legends Con. That would have been awesome. I would have been like one of the few people probably in line to meet Barbara Hambly. That's cool. That's cool you got to meet her. Yeah, how what did she, how was she? She seems friendly. She seemed I mean pretty honestly pretty much all the EU authors seem friendly. But I know Matthew Stover was there, right? Who all did you meet? Let me know. Only good games. I'm curious. I would be like one of the few people who probably would have been in line. How many people were in line for Barbara Hambly? I'm curious. I'm curious how many people were in line to talk to her. ROTS novel, I put it S tier. I haven't read all the new movie novelizations. Yeah, I agree with that. Did you already rate? Oh, we're not doing Disney stuff. Sorry. There's no Disney stuff in this. It's all old canon. It's all EU expanded universe. Sorry. Jeffrey, who is Jeffrey? So this is all old canon. I guess we'll just do the novelizations real quick. Like I said, I remember Empire being pretty good. And Return of the Jedi being pretty good. They didn't wow me though. I don't remember them wowing me. I'm gonna say B on those because they remember them being good. I might even say C. I almost want to say C. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna because I remember the prequel novelizations being a little better. So I'm gonna say C on those, and I'm gonna go B on maybe B or C on the other prequel novelizations, except for Revenge of the Sith, obviously. Let's see. God, these are all over the place. Uh, come on. They're not in any freaking order whatsoever. Where the heck are the other prequel novels? Where are the prequel novelizations? Are they even in here? I'm not seeing them. Oh, I don't know. We'll move on. Oh wait, no, they're Star Wars. I remember them just kind of being okay. I don't remember the original novelizations being like amazing, amazing. Maybe like Empire was maybe like B tier, maybe. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna say we're gonna go C on episode one because I agree with whoever said that it doesn't add much. I'm gonna agree with that. It doesn't add much. Let's see here. Where the heck are the other two prequels? They're here somewhere. I just keep going by them. But yeah, I think the prequel novelizations are better than the original trilogy novelizations. Come on, I'm scanning through this and oh, here's Revenge. Yeah, Revenge is S tier though because that's Matthew Stover. So Revenge is S tier, and then Attack of the Clones is maybe like B or C tier. I can freaking find it. Um, God, where the heck is it? God, these all just blend together. Um, shoot, somebody help me if you can. Oh, there it is. It's near the top. It's right there. I'm gonna say, you know what? It's Ari Salvatore, so I'm gonna give it a B. So it's gonna go. It gets a little notch up because it's RA. He gets a B because I like his books. Did you already? Oh yeah, sorry, I already said that. We're not doing Disney stuff. I only read part of Dawn of the Jedi and put me to sleep, so put it in D. Everyone I've ever met has hated Dawn of the Jedi a little, but does have fans. So you just never know. Everything has its fan base. Yeah, very true. I'm proof of that. I'm proof of that with the Callistia, with the Callistia trilogy. Me and Matt Wilkins were like the only two people that like the Callistia trilogy, aside from Twilight. Everybody hates Twilight though. Twilight of Planet of Twilight. Even Matt. I mean, I don't think he hates it, but he doesn't like it. Nobody likes that book. Even people that like Barbara Hambly don't like that book. So yeah, I'll have to defer to you because I have not read it. Again, that's one of the few I have not read, and I know that's a general consensus. So I guess for now I'll put it in have not read until we talk about it some more or until I read it. Where did that go? Where is it? I just saw it. Wait, I just saw it. I just freaking saw it, and I lost it. Yeah, this will get easier. This will start getting faster, is that because it's already getting a little quicker because I'm trimming them down. Come on, I just saw it. Where the heck did it go? God dang it. Ah, sorry. I apologize. I just freaking saw it, and I lost it again. God dang it. All right, well, you know what? Here's Ruins of Dantooine. That's going to not red because I haven't read it yet. Oh, here's Dawn of the Jedi. That's going to not red. Sorry, we'll move on. I'm getting bogged down here. Scoundrels. That's yeah. I'm gonna defer. I've heard mixed things about that. That's going to not read for now because I have not read it. Told you there's some I haven't read. I haven't read everything. I've read most, but not everything. I'm gonna start doing some of my stuff here, I guess, in my opinion. She's amazing. She even dressed up in a Jedi robe and has a staff. Had a staff. I met Stover, Sean Hart, Sean Stewart, Hambly, Randy Stradley, Corn Benshaw, and Michael Stackpole. Met a lot of others as well. All very kind. Oh, that's awesome. Man, I wish I could have gone so bad. I would have loved to meet Stackpole. Oh my God. I would have loved to met him, Matthew Stover. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go next time. I might next time I'm gonna try to find a way to go. I have it's been a crazy year for me. It's been a crazy like past 6 months for me. So the timing just wasn't good. I was moving. Hang on a minute. I gotta plug my laptop in. But I was moving, so it just was not a good time for me. But next year, hopefully. Sorry, I had to put 1 to 6 in top tier because that's the story of Star Wars from George himself. Maybe the author didn't do a great job. It's a story of Star Wars. Yeah, I get your logic, but they're not written by George. Even the original novelization, it says George Lucas on it. It was written by what's his name wrote it? Ah, I think I know his name right now. The guy that wrote what do you call it? Alan Dean Foster. It's not written by George Lucas. It was ghost written by Alan Dean Foster. But I get your point. I just don't remember them being that. I remember them being good. They're good, but I don't remember them being like really really great. I just don't remember that. I don't remember the original novelizations being that amazing. But I need to reread them probably. They're a little rusty in my mind. I think next Legends Con is 2025. Hopefully, I can meet there if you can make it. Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, by then, definitely. Hopefully, for sure. James Luceno, Labyrinth of Evil, and Rise of Darth Vader were great companion novels to Render the Sith. Oh yeah, anything Luceno. We'll start doing some Luceno stuff, I guess. Um, honestly, I think he doesn't really have a bad book. He doesn't really have a dud. Even Cloak of Deception. But I guess we'll do the ones you're talking about. Because yeah, I agree with you. I'd put him in A tier. I wouldn't quite say the rest. They're A to me. They're very high A's, but we'll do those real quick. We'll do some Lucino stuff here real quick. Pretty much all Lucino stuff is like A to S tier, honestly. But you know what? I'm gonna do one here that's probably gonna be controversial because I know it has some mixed opinions. But I like Cloak of Deception. I'm putting Cloak of Deception in A. Sorry. I know that's kind of a that's like considered kind of one of his lesser novels. I liked it. I thought it was great. But we'll do yeah, Labyrinth of Evil and Rise of Darth Vader. Those are both A. Pretty much all. I mean, he doesn't have a bad book in my opinion. Yeah, S tier. Yeah, it's A to S. Pretty much all of Lucino's books are A to S. They're pretty much all A to S. Are all Travis's novels going into F tier? No, sorry, they're not because they're not all bad. Some of them are, and some she's mixed for me. She's hit or miss. She's very hit or miss for me. Like when she's hit, she's great, and then when she's missed, she's missed. So I know that's again that's one of those things. I'm weird because there people either love her or hate her. I'm not. I'm in the middle. I don't hate her and I don't love her. She's hit or miss for me. So no. I guess we can do Travis's stuff real quick. At least some of it. I'd like to sort of kind of keep this in some kind of an order though, so it's not all over the place. Um, I don't know. Maybe we'll keep doing prequel stuff for now. I mean, we're doing Lucino stuff right now. We'll come back to Travis. Don't worry, Jeffrey. Plagueis is possibly my favorite EU novels. I put it in top S tier. Also love Legacy of the Force and Fate of the Jedi. I will put those up there as well. Yeah, Plagueis is S tier. Like no question, no question, no question at all on that one. I'll agree with you 100% on that one. That's in my top three novels. So that's no question. That goes in S tier, no question. Hang on, I gotta move it. I know that goes in S tier, no question on that one. So Legacy, I like Legacy more than most people. Fate, not so much. But Legacy, yeah, I'm not gonna put like it's not gonna go in S tier except for maybe one novel. But most, I think Legacy is underrated. I think it's overhated. Third row down. Oh yeah, you were trying to help me earlier. Sorry, Frozen. I swear I tried to enjoy Kenobi by John Jackson Miller, but I stopped reading 40% through. Got to give it another chance someday. It was just so slow and uneventful. Yeah, it's slow. It's good though. It's slow, but it's worth reading. We can do that one, I guess, real quick. Um, it's good. I think it's like a high B or an A. Where did it go? It's here somewhere. Where is it? Ah, these are a mess. Um, is it on here? I don't, like I said, I don't think every single book is on here. I think they're missing some. I'm not seeing Kenobi. Somebody let me know. I don't think I'm seeing it. I don't know. I'm probably gonna just start doing. Maybe I should start doing some of my stuff, some of my opinions. I'll get back to it. I'm not seeing it right now for some reason. Also, the Young Jedi and Junior Jedi Knight series. I doubt these are on the list. Oh yeah, those are all S tier. Like at least Young YJK. Like the first arc of YJK is S tier, but it's not on here. None of the YA stuff isn't on here. Yeah, Darth Plagueis, we already got it as. You enjoyed Allegiance? Have not read it. That's one of the ones I have not read yet. Sorry, it's one of the few I haven't read. I haven't read a lot of Tim Zahn. Like I've read most of his stuff, but not all of it. So that'll go and not read. Like I said, I'm sorry, folks. I haven't read every single thing. So, oh wait, you know what? While we're here, oh yeah, here it is. I need to start doing my opinions here. Force Unleashed. Yeah, I'll agree with that. It's underrated, I think. The game, well, not really the game, I guess, but the novel. I'd give it like a B. Yeah, that's about right. I'll agree with that. The book's better than the game in some ways, I think. Lucina's amazing, and yeah, he is. He's amazing. He's great. He doesn't have a dud. He doesn't have any bad books. I have not read any. People say Rise of Darth Vader. It's not. It's good. Even his like slightly not as like when his books aren't amazing, they're still good. Like even his bad books are still good. Like people that consider them bad, like Cloak of Deception, that's considered one of his kind of duds, and it's great. It's a great book. I don't get it. Truce of Bakura. Ooh, I almost want to give that an A. It's a high B. It's a high B. I'll agree with that. I'll give you that. I'll agree with that one. It's a low A or a high B in my opinion. So since you're saying B, I'll go with B. I'll go with that. I would probably say A, but like a low A maybe. But yeah, B is probably a little bit more accurate. So we'll go with that. What are some of your most disliked EU novels? Oof, there's not many. Like out of the ones I've read, the only one I've really disliked so far, like Twilight, Planet of Twilight. Trying to think. Okay, yeah, you know what? We can do some of the bad ones, I guess. Cestus Deception. I don't know. There was parts of Cestus Deception that were great, but overall, that book is just God. That book is just boring. I don't know. I almost want to put it in C because of the Django Tap parts. I don't know. I guess I'll put it in D. I would say like it's a low C or like a high D. That's one I wasn't big on, so I'm gonna go with that. Um, let's see. Maybe I'll do some of the ones I don't like, and people are gonna probably get upset here. Let's see. I'm gonna do. I wasn't big on Hand of Thrawn, guys. I'm sorry. I know that's gonna upset some people. It's not D tier, or even really maybe even it's. I'm probably gonna put it in C. That's gonna upset some people. I know if I can find it in here. Um, yeah, here we go. I was not big on it. I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't wild about it. These barely make C for me. The hand of Thrawn barely make C. Courtship of Leia. Um, ooh, that's like a low B for me. Courtship is like a low B. I liked it overall. It has some problems. So I'm gonna go B on that. I'm gonna go one step above you. It's a low B, but it's got cool stuff in it. It's got Leia or it's that's where you meet the Night Sisters. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. The Night Sisters riding Rancors. I mean, come on, that to me makes it B grade. Yeah, Jedi Academy A grade. Yep. Sorry, and I know that's a spicy opinion because most people are gonna be like, "Oh, good, Kevin J. Anderson." So hang on, let me get the other Hand of Thrawn book real quick, and then we'll do those. Um, I can find it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I just thought Hand of Thrawn was just okay. I didn't think it was that great. It's not bad. That's going in C. Sorry, hang on. Let me. I guess well. So I thought Hand of Thrawn was just okay. Kenobi is fourth row down. Okay, thanks, Frozen. Kenobi, I think is like a B or an A. I like Kenobi quite a bit. Fourth row down. One, two, three, four. I'm not. Oh, there it is. Okay. See, problem is that you can't always see the whole logo. I'm gonna go A on Kenobi. It deserves its A, I think. A B tier. Yeah, it's like low A. It's a low A, but I'd still give it an A. Let's see. I like iJedi a lot. Either S or A, which is possibly controversial. It's love or hate. It's one of those novels. People either love it or hate it, and I'm gonna love it tier. I loved it. I loved it. So yeah, I agree with you. It's like S or A. Ooh, it's tough. That's tough. I think I'm gonna put that in S because I just like Stackpole. I think Stackpole not took it takes it over the top on that one. So I'm gonna say S on that, and I'm gonna do A on Jedi Academy trilogy because yeah, I will admit the iJedi is probably it's written better. It's written better than the Jedi Academy trilogy, but I got to give it to Kevin because he's it's a foundation. It's one of the foundational trilogies in the EU. So it's just such a fun read. So that's going an A tier. Sorry, I know this is gonna irritate some people too. This is gonna tick people off because I know a lot of people don't like Kevin J. Anderson, but I'm sorry. You have Jedi Academy trilogy is foundational. Jedi Academy trilogy is foundational. Like when you're reading the EU, you have to read it. I'm sorry. I know that's people skip it, and that's a really big mistake. That's a really big mistake skipping the Jedi Academy trilogy because it is foundational. It's Luke setting up his Jedi Academy on Yavin 4. You have to read it. You have to read at bare minimum. You got to read a plot summary. You have to. Oops, hang on, my screen got a little screwed up here. But you have to. You got to at least read a plot summary of that bare minimum. Hang on, I think my screen got a little screwed up here. Maybe I'll just leave it like this because you guys can probably see it a little better. But so okay, let's see. Truth is either A or B. Yeah, Truce is a good book. Truce of Booker. I almost wanted to put it in A. I almost want to put it in A because it's a really enjoyable read. Courtship is hard for me to remember all the way. I think I put it in B. Yeah, that's where I put it. I think it's like A tier. It's like low A. I think I it's like a low A, high B, but I just put it in B. Probably S tier. Yeah, I almost want to put it in S tier. It's close. It's a very high A. It's a very high A tier for me. But I'm just gonna do. We'll just do A tier. I'll concede a little bit because I think Jedi is slightly better, slightly, slightly better, and they're the same story, just told from two different perspectives. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. It's very high A though. Don't worry, because it's my boy Kevin J Anderson. So Shadows of the Empire and A. Did you read Shadow Games? I'm a big Dash Runner fan. Yeah, Shadow Games is good. I like Shadow of the Empire better. Shadows of the Empire better, but Shadow Games is good. I'll put Shadow Games in like B, or maybe like I think Shadows of the Empire is better, but okay, let's see here. We'll do knock out Shadow Games real quick. I haven't read it in a long time. I probably need to reread it. Some of these I have not read like in probably 15 years, so 15, 20 years. So my memory's a little hazy on some of these, but I'll give you like a B. I thought Shadows of the Empire was better from what I remember. So yeah, Dash Renner is great though. Yeah, he's a great character, very underrated character. Rogue Squadron A. Yeah, I'll pretty much agree with that. They get better as they go along though. I gotta figure out how to zoom this out because I'm already gonna. Whoops. What are we doing here? No, no, we don't want that. Hang on, getting screwed up here. Hang on. Yeah, I almost screwed myself up there. Okay, I'm assuming it'll zoom out once I start putting too many things in here. Um, what was I gonna do here? I lost my train of thought here. Yeah, Rogue Squad. We're doing X-wing. Yeah, X-wing. We're doing X-wing. So we will do. Yeah, I'll pretty much agree with that. Except I think Back to War deserves S tier though. But yes, I will say first three are A tier, and then Back to War is S tier. So we'll bang those out real quick here. So they just ramp up. I think each one gets better. Like almost want to put Krynos Trap in S tier because it comes really close. I thought Krynos Trap was great. They're all great, but oh, just level mix it down. Okay, all right. I haven't done this before, so you have to bear with me, guys, here a little bit. Back to War is going in S tier because Back to War is fantastic. Back to War is going in S tier. That book is amazing. So I haven't done the Wraith Squadron books yet. I guess we can do those. I felt the same way about those. I felt like those ramped up. Like each one just got better. Like Wraith is good, and then Iron Fist is really good, and like each one just got better and better. He Alston had a similar thing to Stackpole. He just ramped up. Each one got better. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do. I'm gonna put Wraith in A. They're all A tier. I mean, honestly, at least. So Wraith's going in A tier. They're all gonna be A tier except probably the last one being an S tier. Oh yeah, I forgot the only Stackpole one that I thought was just slightly not as good was Izard's Revenge, but it was still good. It's probably still like a B. I forgot about that one. So that's an A. A here on Solo Command. And then I'm gonna put Starfires of Adamer an S. And I'll put yeah, we'll do that first. Because he ramped up. He was the same way. I felt like he just got better and better. So hang on, I gotta move it here. So he's the same way to me. Each one got better. And then we'll do Izard's Revenge, which I thought was good. Could have been better. So I'll probably it's a high B. I don't know. I almost want to put that in B. That Stackpole's only kind of like not quite as amazing book. I don't know. I'm still gonna put it in A because it's still good. It's like a low A, but it's still an A to me. I like Thrawn Duology, but it's extremely drawn out, way too long. As a matter of fact, I think the first book in the Thrawn Duology, Visions of the Future, is the longest book in the EU. It might be. I think Star by Star is still longer, but if you're talking Bantam, probably yeah. That's how I felt. It was drawn out. Hang on, let me get a little more comfortable here. I thought it was drawn out. I thought it was like I thought it was too long. It dragged. I don't know. I wasn't big on it. So I agree. So that's why I went in the what do you call it? It went in C tier. Have you read a Star Wars Choose Your Own Adventure book? No, I have not. Sorry, I have not. They exist though. I think they exist. I thought Jedi Academy was a fun read. The Blob section race section was a bit odd. Yeah, it has some odd stuff. It has some odd things. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but the good far outweighs the bad. Far outweighs the bad. The obstacle course thing, it's silly, but it didn't bother me. I don't know. It didn't bother me for some reason. My bad Spectre of the past with Vision of the future. Yeah, either one. It's one book. He split into two. I think. I think it was supposed to be one book, and he just split into two, from what I recall. I also prefer I Jedi slightly over Jedi Academy. Yeah, it's better. It's slightly better, and that I'm saying that as a Kevin J. Anderson fan, but it's slightly better. Thanks for doing this. Got to run you beyond tomorrow night. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Maybe. Loved Iron Fist and Solo Command. Yeah, they're all great. Starfire and Adamer is absolutely nuts. Yeah, he ramped up. Same thing. Stackpole and Alston, they just ramped up. They're the complete opposite of Karen Travis. Maybe we should do the Karen Travis stuff too. But I don't know. Maybe I should do NJO. Let me know what you guys want me to do here. But I would say Travis is the complete opposite. I guess I'll just do that real quick. She got worse. I think each one got worse. She's the complete opposite. So I'm gonna do those. We're gonna do hard contact. Are they in here? Yeah, they're in here. Okay. Let's see. Gotta find hard contact. I'd like to do them in order, preferably. Um, I guess we're sort of going in chronological order. I'm seeing all of them but hard contact. Where the heck is hard contact? Oh man, there it is. Okay. Hard contact was great. Hard contact's like A tier, maybe even low S tier. I almost want to put it in A S tier, but I'll put it in A tier, I guess. Let me know. Maybe I'll get guys. What's your opinion? I thought people that even don't like Karen Travis like hard contact, right? Am I right putting that in A tier? Or what's the consensus? Let me know on that, guys. I'll wait. Maybe I feel like I should get a consensus or because I thought even people that don't like her like hard contact. Even because Matt Wilkins hates Karen Travis, and even he admits that's a good book. So I don't know. Let me know, guys. It's S tier. Yeah, I almost want to put it in S tier. It's a great book. It's a really good book. Man, oof, that's tough. I guess I'll put it in S since hey, nobody else is talking, so nobody else is saying anything, so it goes to Brian here because Brian's the only guy giving me any input here. So I can live with it. It's a high A. It's a high A, low S for me. So I'll pretty much agree with that. Yeah, Triple Zero. I thought Triple Zero was still pretty good. It's still pretty good. It's a step down, so it's going an A definitely. It's not S tier, no question on that. Again, anybody, if you have opinions on that, let me know. I think it's a low A. It's a really low A, but it's still good. I just thought each one got worse. Like this is easy for me. I'm just unless I get somebody's input, I'm gonna start banging these out real quick because I thought each one just got worse. So like True Colors is like C or B. That's B to me. And then what is it? Order 66. Each one just got worse. They just get progressively worse. Hang on, I just saw Order 66 somewhere. Here it is. Order 66 is C, and that's being probably generous, honestly. And then 501st is like a D. They just got worse. Each one got worse. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, yeah. Brian knows. He knows. They get worse. Each one gets worse. It's hilarious how it's so funny how Karen's like the complete opposite of Stackpole and Alston. She's the complete opposite. She just gets worse. Each one gets worse. And Stackpole and Alston just got better and better and better. And I wish they would have wrote more books, like especially Stackpole. God, he just got better and better and better. Even his sort of dud, like Hyzard's Revenge is still a great book. That's still a really fun book. I don't know, man. I mean I know what happened with he wanted to because they offered I think didn't Bantam offered Stackpole to write I think another trilogy and he turned it down and he gave it to Alston I think because he would want to do other things or something he wanted to move on from it. Man, I like Alston, but man, I almost wish Stackpole had written another trilogy, but whatever. Wasn't I think the original the quadrilogy there it was supposed to be a trilogy and I think they expanded it to 4 books or something. But anyway, I can talk about Stackpole's books all night long because God, they're so freaking good. Even his dud is good. But anyway, okay, we'll move on here. Let's see. I guess I'll start doing. I almost feel like I should start on NJO. Maybe we'll try to keep this sort of in chronological order here, sort of. Let's see. Somebody give me a suggestion here if you want me to do something else. I guess we do Force Unleashed 2. So we did Force Unleashed 1. I thought Force Unleashed 2 was just okay. Like it's not as good. So I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna put it in C. It's a step down, I think. So that's going in C. All right. Let's see. To try to do some more prequel stuff maybe first before we start tackling the post RTJ stuff. Let's see. What am I gonna do? Oh, Rogue Planet. I think Rogue Planet's underrated. I like Rogue Planet. I know that's kind of again, that's a spicy opinion. I almost want to put it in A. I almost want to put it in A, but I'll put it in B because it's a little slow. Dark Banes. Oh yeah, those are all great. Especially the first one. I thought those same kind of thing. I thought each one got a little worse. Like I thought the first one, like and I'm saying they're all great. They're all like excellent. But I thought the first one was the best. Like the first one's S tier, and then the sequels are like A tier. That's what I would say. Let me know. Let me know what you how you guys feel about that. But I think I'm gonna put the first one in S tier, and then put the other two in A tier because that's I just thought the sequels weren't quite as good. They're really great. I mean, they're all great. They're all amazing, but I just thought the first one was the best. So that's my opinion on that one. That's going an S. I mean, they could probably all be S, honestly, but I thought the first one was the best. And I thought the sequels weren't quite as good. They were really, really good, but I guess we could just put them all together, but I don't know. Something's telling me to do that. I think I'm gonna stick with it unless somebody has an objection. I think I'm gonna go with that. So, um, where are the other ones? Oh no, wait. Yeah, okay. Just gotta do the third one now. Hang on. Don't worry, I'm not leaving it there. So, all right. So, Death Stars between B and A. Yeah, that was a really good one. I don't know. That's tough. It's probably like a high B, yeah, low A. That's about right. I'll pretty much agree with that. I'll give it a B. It could have been a little better. It was good. I think it could have been a little bit better. It's tough. It's a high B though. It's a very high B. First Darth Bayonets, next to it. Yeah, that's what I did. I just they weren't quite as good. The sequels were not. They're all great. That trilogy's great. They're just not quite as good. I think that's a general consensus though, isn't it? That's what most people say. All right, so we're almost done with prequel stuff. We're getting there. Oh yeah, I should do um the Jedi Healer and the Battle Surgeon books. Those I thought that's tough. They're between like an A and a B. I don't know. I almost want to put them in A. They're like a high B. I'm gonna put them in B. That's tough. I almost want to put them in A because they're really good. Hmm. Yeah, screw it. Maybe I'll just put them in A. I did enjoy those quite a bit. They're a low A, but they're an A. Where did that other one go? They were together. There they are. So those are great. Those are great books. It's amazing that Drew Karapetian made sense out of those crazy comics. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those freaking the Jedi versus Sith comics. Yeah, I have them. Actually, I have them. They're right here. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think they're right here. I have them. I don't know if they're out here right now, but yeah, Jedi versus Sith. That's what you're talking about. Yep. I guess I won't waste time digging them out, but yeah, those comics are weird. They're weird. It's a weird story. I don't know. Yeah, the Dark Bane books are way better. I'll do a comic one. I wonder if somebody's done a comic. I doubt anybody's ever done a comic one. That's probably what I should have done. Is a comic tier list. I'll do that at some point. So all right, we'll move on here. I haven't read most of the Old Republic books, so I'm gonna say I haven't read on at least on this one. I have it. I haven't. It's up there. I just haven't read it yet. I haven't read most of those. I've read. I can do some of them, I guess. Um, Revan I thought was okay. I don't know. I thought Revan was just okay. I wasn't wild about it, so we'll go and see. Let's see what other Old Republic, or maybe we should do. I'll do Yoda Dark Rendezvous. I liked. I like most of the prequel books. It's like a B, maybe a low A. Again, I don't know. Maybe I'll put it an A. I like most of the prequel books. Like at least the Clone Wars. I like the Clone War. Most of the Clone Wars novels are good. And here's one. Here's one I know is gonna be spicy because I actually thought Jedi Trial was actually okay. Like, and most people hate that book. Where is it? Um, Where the heck did it go? There it is. I didn't think it was terrible. It's military. It's military SF. I thought it was an okay military SF book. Most people would put this in like D tier or C. Maybe I almost want to put it in. I guess I'll put it in C tier. I concede. I almost want to put it as like a low B, but I'll put it in C because it has some problems. Mall Lockdown is good. Play just being in there also helped boost the score for me. Yeah, it's good. The mall books are good. I guess we'll do that. We'll put that in we'll put that in A tier. Where are the mall books? God, I wish they put these in order. It would have made this so much easier. Um, yeah, mall. Both the mall books are good. I think I'm gonna put both of them in A. Especially, I gotta do this one because it's Shingosino. Yeah, I think both of mall books are good. They're both A tier in my opinion. Let me know, guys. Again, let me know what the if you what do you let me know what you want me to do here because I'm not the chat's slowing down here. So Michael Reeves books are a bit of a mixed bag. Yeah, they kind of are. He's hit or miss. Again, he's kind of one of those ones that's hit or miss. So I agree with you there. Lockdown SRA. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in A. I think they're both. It's not like amazing, but it's really really good. So yeah, I'd say A on those. All right. I'm trying to bang out prequel stuff here first. So I'm gonna do the Clone Wars Gambit book. The Clone Wars Gambit books are both bad. Those are boring. I only read. I didn't read the whole thing, but when I read it was boring as hell. So that's the worst thing a book could be to me is boring. So those are both going in D tier. Because I didn't even finish them, so they have to go in D tier because I couldn't get through them. Let's see, more prequel stuff. I think I'm almost done with prequel stuff. Oh yeah, Approaching Storm. Approaching Storm, I thought wasn't terrible, but wasn't really good either. I'll put it in C. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't really great. And I like Alan Dean Foster, but that's kind of a dud from him. So I'm trying to figure out, is my screen going away or something? It looks like it's staying there. Okay. I don't know. Seems fine. Anyway, hang on a minute. Let me make sure everything's in order here. I'm reading in chronological order and in the middle of Starfighters of Adamar, so I can't offer input on anything past that. But Adamar is a pretty solid book so far. Yeah, it's great. All the X-Wing books are great. They're all fantastic. They're all fantastic. So and it just keeps getting better. Honestly, I think if you're reading chronologically, I think things just get better and better through the NJO to the NJO and then through the NJO and then it kind of plateaus. The NJO is the apex of the EU, in my opinion. Maybe we'll do the NJO here before it starts getting real late and people start leaving. But yeah, I'll start doing the NJO. And I'm going to do, and again, I have even on the NJO, I have some kind of spicy opinions. So, and we can jump back and forth. I don't have to do the NJ all the way through immediately because it's going to take a bit. But um, yeah, Vector Prime is A tier for me. Great book, amazing book. And there's going to be spoilers here, so if anybody, I'm going to probably talk spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, go ahead and leave. You might want to leave. I mean, I don't know. There's only 4 people in here, but that's an amazing book. Chewie's death, like amazing. The introduction of the Yuzong Gong, it's great. It's all great. So that's A tier for me. And then I'll just go through these real quick here, so this doesn't take forever. Where's the next NJO book? It's the yeah. It is, I think it's this one, right? Yeah. It's the Force, or no, it's the Force, it's the Stackpole books. And the Stackpole books are both great. They're like high B, low A. I'm gonna say A. And again, let me know, guys. I don't have to do NJO. If you don't want me to do NJO, I don't have to do NJO at all. But I like the NJO a lot. So most of the NJO is gonna be A tier. Like B, and there's a couple like not as great books, but even the to me even the kind of mediocre books in the NJO are still great. They're still like B tier to me. But I'll move on for now. Have you done Courtship of Princess Leia? Interesting how the Night Sister concepts made the leap to Disney Star Wars. Yeah, though I put that in B tier, I think. I almost want to put it in A just for the Night Sisters. I almost want to put that in A. I'm really tempted because the Night Sisters almost put it over the top for me. You know what? I think I'm gonna move that to A. I think I'm gonna do that because just the Night Sister stuff and that it was so foundational and it's a fun read. It's a good book. It's like maybe a low A, but it's A. Yeah, I have not watched. God, I'm they're tempting me with Ahsoka, man. I dropped Disney Star Wars. Like I have not watched. I didn't watch. After Obi-Wan or Boba Fett. I watched Obi-Wan and Boba Fett, and then I dropped Disney Star Wars. Like totally. I have not watched. I have not watched Andor. I have not watched Ahsoka, but they're tempting me. They're really tempting me with the Night Sister stuff and with Thrawn and stuff. But even Thrawn, like Thrawn just doesn't. It's Disney Thrawn. It's not EU Thrawn. So it's the Rebel Thrawn, which does not interest me. So I don't know. I'll probably watch. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch when it's all said and done. Maybe I'll just burn through it in a weekend or something. But I don't know. I'm not. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I still haven't quite decided yet. Oh God, Approaching Storm was perhaps the fifth Star Wars book I read right after Pelagius and other bangers. It very nearly made me gave up. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about Planet Twilight. Man, yeah, when I was reading Planet Twilight, I'm like, oh man, this is bad. That's how I feel about that. But yeah, I remember Approaching Storm being not very good. I probably it's not horrible, but I didn't think it was terrible. Opinions on Course at Nights. Have not read it. Sorry, that's one of the few I have not read yet. I can't deal with Leia's characterization in Courtship personally. Yeah, she gets a little weird, a little bit. I thought if anything, I thought Han was actually, if anything, Han was a little weird in that because he got jealous and like he acted a little funny in that. I thought Han acted a little fun, a little weirder than Leia did personally. I don't remember Leia acting too weird. She gets a little weird. What does she do? Does she like whine or like what happens exactly? It's been a while. You have to remember. Not worth it really bad. I'm assuming you're talking about Ahsoka. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm so I'm conflicted. At first, I just wrote it off totally. Like I'm not gonna watch it. I just completely wrote it off, and then I don't know. People they're really trying to get me back, like old fans back, because they're like, Thrawn's here, and But I'm trying to I'm trying to realize that's a trick. They're trying to trick us. They're trying to get us back with Thrawn. They're trying to get us back with Night Sisters because they know the old EU nerds are gonna watch that stuff. They're gonna just eat that up. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably not gonna watch it though. Shatterpoint was a C for me, and seeing Carvastor come back in Shadows of Mindor was cool. Mindor was a B for me. Okay, I can pretty much agree with that. Not Shatterpoint, but I'll agree with you on Mindor. I like Shatterpoint. Again, I'm weird. I know that I shouldn't say I'm weird. That's divisive. That's a divisive book. I know people either love it or hate it. I liked it. So I'm Shatterpoint's like I like Matthew Stover though. So I'm gonna put Shatterpoint, I think in B or A. I'm gonna put it in A. I like it. Sorry. I know that's gonna upset some people. But I like Shatterpoint. I like Mace Windu. I wish he would have gotten more characterization. So I'll agree with you on Mindor. Mindor, I thought was just. I think that's one of his weaker books. Personally, I thought that was like B, like maybe a high B, but that's one of Matthew Stover's weaker books, in my opinion. So I mean, I can move it, but anyway, I guess like I said, maybe I'll just keep doing these at random or something. Let's see here. You know what, the Dark Forces books? Dark Forces books are pretty good. I'm gonna put those in B. I think the Dark Forces books are pretty good. I think they could have been better. They could have been better, but I think overall they're pretty good. They're like a high B. I would maybe almost put them in A, almost. I wonder if they'll try to resurrect Windu in canon. Yeah, that's a rumor. That's a rumor floating around. I know that's a rumor, like, because aren't there like there's fake YouTube videos of like Mace Windu's back, and I know when Obi-Wan went to that weird like Imperial facility where they had Jedi like frozen in amber or whatever. There's like a fake picture of Mace Windu in one of those things, and I don't know. He should I think he should just stay dead. Personally, I never thought about Disney trying to get us EU folks to watch Ahsoka by bringing in the Night Sisters and Thrawn. Sneaky. Well, yeah. That's the thing. They don't. I've kind of talked about it before. I don't really. When I say that, I don't think it's really us. I think what they're doing is because they know your average Star Wars fan doesn't know what any of that stuff is. Like the Clone Wars people know, like the Clone Wars, the kids who grew up watching the Clone Wars, the Gen Zers that grew up watching the Clone Wars will know that. But beyond that, your average Star Wars fan is not going to know what that is. They're not going to know who Night Sisters are, and some of them, most of them, probably aren't going to know who Thrawn is either. But they have smartphones or laptops, and they're going to look it up, and they're going to go, "Oh, cool," and that's what they're banking on because it's the Marvel formula. Because they know most people watching Marvel movies, they don't know. Like they know who Spider. Most people know like who Spider Man is or Iron Man or you know now they do. 'Cause yeah, that's the thing. Most people didn't know who Iron Man was before the Iron Man movie. Iron Man was not that popular. He was like a B tier character until the Marvel movies. People don't remember that. But before the MCU, he was like a B tier character, maybe like a high B tier character. But Marvel was all about Spider Man. Everybody knew who Spider Man was. Most people did not know who Iron Man was. See, they made him a household name. And that's kind of what they're doing with this. They're trying to make Thrawn like a household name. So I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I don't want to go on that tangent. I could rant all night about that. I've enjoyed Ahsoka so far. Yeah, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to watch it just for the heck of it. I'm really tempted. I'm really tempted. I don't know if you've done Outbound Flight yet, but I rated it an A. Yeah, that one's kind of isn't that one kind of divisive? I don't know. I remember it being just okay, maybe a little bit above that. I guess I'll go with your opinion, I guess. I don't remember much about it, so I guess maybe we'll split the difference and go. Yeah, we'll just go with A, I guess. It's a low A though. I see you haven't ranked the Bounty Hunter Wars yet. Haven't read those in years, but I remember enjoying them at the time. The most characterization of Boba Fett we had for quite a while. Yeah. I remember them being weird but good. They're weird. Like they're written by a guy that writes cyberpunk stuff, so they're weird. But I remember them being good. So I'm probably gonna go with I do think they get slightly worse though. Like each one gets a little worse. I remember Mandalorian Armor being good, and then the second one just being kind of okay, and then the third one just being kind of okay. Like so I'm gonna put Mandalorian Armor in probably like A, unless somebody objects. Where are those? I see the second one or the third one. The second one. Where's the first one? I think that's the second one, isn't it? Yeah, slave ship. Or the heck's the first one at? Okay, well, since I have the second one, we'll put the second one in B. I just remember those kind of drop off. Like I remember the first one being actually pretty good, and then the third one's just not really being that great. If I can find the other two. Oh yeah, here's Mandalorian armor. I'm gonna put Mandalorian armor in A. It's a low A, but and then yeah, the um the third one's going in B, hard merchandise, and that's probably being generous because I remember those kind of dropping off. But I do remember them being the first one being good. Let me know what you guys think about that. Anybody has any opinions on that? Should I zoom? I wonder if I should zoom out on this. I probably should. There you go. So then you can see the whole thing. God dang it! I need to get ad blocker going here. Wait a moment. Hang on. Okay. Now you can see the whole thing. So all right. So we will do. Let's move on here. I'm going to put the Corellian trilogy in A because I like them and I think they're underrated. So I'm putting those in A. I know that's again they're kind of considered not they're kind of considered middle of the road, but I think they're good. I think they're good. I enjoy them. I think I think the third one, yeah, I like them. So I'm putting those in A. Let me know what are your guys' thoughts on the Corellian trilogy? I don't know if I'm the only person who's read them who's here, but I like them. I think they're good. They give Han Solo a really good characterization. Like it's shown, you get to see Han Solo grow and become a father. Like he starts acting. I mean, he was already a father, but you get more characterization of him being a father, and he's not the same guy. He's not the same guy he was in the original trilogy, and that's one of the biggest mistakes I think that the Disney movies made is they just froze the characters on how they were in the original trilogy. They did not grow. If anything, they regressed. They did not grow, and Han Solo grows, and that's one of the books that shows it because he talks about his kids a lot. I like that. He talks about being a family guy and you know having kids and having to how that changes you because it does. When you have kids, it changes you. I haven't even had kids, and I know that. So I think they're underrated. So they're I'm gonna put those in A tier. So anyway, then we'll move on. I don't know. Nobody's saying anything. So let me know your opinions here, folks. I know this is mostly my opinion, but all right, we'll move on to the what are we gonna do next here? I guess I'll just finish out the Bantam stuff. I'll do the you know what? The Tales. The Tales books. The Tales books are all great. I think the Tales books are all especially Bounty Hunters. I'm gonna put them all in A because I think they're all pretty much great. They trail off a little bit, but I think they're all pretty much A tier. So let me know, guys, if you have any opinions on that. But I'm gonna put them in A, I think, because they're great. They're fun little short stories. Some of them are silly, Yeah, they get a little silly sometimes, but at least definitely these three. I can maybe put the New Republic and Empire in B because that's kind of when I think it kind of starts to trail off a little bit. So we'll put Tales from the New Republic and Tales from the Empire in B because they're still good, but it starts to trail off a little bit. So those are going to go in B. So anyway, and let's see here. What's next? I'm just going to jump around because nobody's saying anything. So I agree with that. They inspired current from a certain point of view books. Yeah, that's basically what those are. They're the modern day versions of them, pretty much. So I'm going to I'm gonna I'll do Black Fleet Crisis real quick. I think Black Fleet Crisis is underrated too. That's gonna go in A tier or maybe B tier. Hmm, that's tough. It's between like an A and a B. I think they're underrated. I'll go B tier. There may be low A's, but I'll go B tier on those because they get a little slow at points. So where's the third one at? Here it is. I think they're good. They're good. They're good military SF. I think that's why they're kind of hated on because a lot of Star Wars people don't like military SF. I do. I'm weird. I like military SF. So I think the Black Fleet Crisis is pretty good. So I'm going with B on those. All right. What's next? I guess I'll just keep going through the NJO here, unless somebody has any objections. So I'm gonna go. What's next in the NJO here? We have the second Stackpole book, which again, actually, if anything, I thought it was even better than the one before it. I almost want to put that in S tier because that was really good. Oof, I don't know. Both of those are great. I'll just put it with the other one, I guess. Both of the Stackpole. They're basically continuation of the X-wing books. So they got to at least be A tier because it's Cornhorn. So it's going in A tier. The yeah, okay. What's after that? I think the Han Solo NJO books, right? Which are Jedi Eclipse. It's I can't remember the name of the first one, but it's this one and Jedi Eclipse, Jedi Dawn and Jedi Eclipse, right? And those are Lucino, so those got to go A, and they're deserving of it. Are they his best books? Probably not, but they're still good. And where is it? I just saw it. I just freaking saw it. Where did it go? There it is. Jedi. I think that's Jedi Eclipse. I can't remember the name of the first one right now. Those two. Those are great. Again, more great Han Solo, um, more Han Solo blah, blah, blah. Characterization. Can get it out. So moving on. I think balance points next. And balance point's good, but I think balance point was a little wonky at times. It's about on par with Shusa Bakura because it's Kathy Tires. So it was good. You get to see Jason finally start to use the Force again. So for that alone, it'd probably be C tier, but I'm gonna bump it up to B for that for the Jason scenes because Jason closes himself off from the Force, and you get to see him reopen him, start to use his powers again. And there's good stuff with the Vong and stuff in that one. So losing people, I already know I'm losing people because I'm talking about the NJO here. Anybody, if you want to give a suggestion on something, let me know because I have not read everything. So you can help me with some of the stuff I haven't read. But I'm just gonna keep doing the NJO here. We got Balance Point, and then we got the Edge of Victory books. And the Edge of Victory books are good. Those are like A's, because those are Anakin's books. That's when Anakin gets his characterization. So where's the first one at? I think they're both together. I'll just put them. Those are both A's. Those are both great. You guys know I like adding the NJO here, so you guys know I'm gonna put a lot of the NJO is gonna be at least A, B, or A tier. Where's the other one? I'm missing it. Can't find it. The other Edge of Victory book. Edge of Victory book. Where the heck is it? I'm not seeing it. There it is. Wait. Yeah, Rebirth. Rebirth. Sorry. Both A tier. Those are both great. And then Star by Star. Star by Star is S. It's Lucino. That's S tier. No question. The death of Anakin. I mean, not even just that whole book. The Siege on Mirror. That whole book is amazing. That book is just one stream of awesomeness. In Troy Denning's best book by far. So that's going in S tier. I gotta move it here. Hang on. That's my S tier. No question on that. Easily. Death Troopers was good. Wasn't expecting to see Han Solo in it. Yeah, Death Troopers is good. I think it's underrated. I think it's overhated. I wasn't wild about Han Solo cameoing in it though. I don't I wasn't wild about that. But other than that, I liked it. Yes, I agree with you. It's a good book. It has some issues, but I think it's overrated. So yeah, I'd probably put it in B. It's a high B, maybe a low A. What's your opinion, Frozen? Let me know if you. I could maybe bump it to an A if you can sell me. I haven't read in a while. If you can sell me on it, I can maybe bump it up to an A. Or unless you think B is all right. Let me know, Frozen, how you feel on it. I remember it being like a high B. It didn't quite hit the A mark for me, but that was just my opinion. So I'll keep doing NJO until you say something. High B for sure. Yeah, that's about how I felt. It's like a high B. It was good. It was really good. It didn't quite hit the A for me, but it was good. It was solid. Okay, so and we'll keep banging through the NJO real quick here. Dark Journey was good. A little bit of a step down. I'd probably say Dark Journey's maybe like a B because there's some weird there's some weird stuff with Jaina and isn't there like kind of like some weird stuff with Jaina and what's his name? Blanking on his name right now. The guy from the Jedi Academy trilogy. There's some weird stuff with Jaina and an older and her teacher, her master, which I didn't like. It's an odd book. It's a strange book. So I'm gonna go with B on that one. It's the only Star Wars horror book I've seen so far. I hope there's more scary stuff in the EU. There's not much. There's some. Not to disappoint you, Frozen, but that's a missed opportunity. I think there could have been more horror in the EU. I think that was a little bit of a missed opportunity because there's not much. There's not a whole lot, sadly. There could have been more. I agree with you. Hey, what it do, baby? Hey, Carter, what's up? Ranking the EU here. So I don't know if you want to. Here's the list here so far. Might have to zoom out a little bit. And so that's what we're doing here. And I'm working my way through the NJO right now. So I just got to Dark Journey, which probably deserves a C, but I gave it a low B. It's a low B. I gave it a low B. So anyway, if you have any thoughts on anything, Carter, let me know. Let me know. how you feel about my rankings here. I know I've got, again, I have some controversial opinions. I have some controversial ones. So let me know. Let me know how you feel, or if there's anything specifically you feel about. Let me know. But anyway, I'm gonna keep moving on here. We have the Rebel Stain and Rebel Dream duology, and those are both good. Those are both pretty solid. And I'm not even a huge Alston fan, and I'll admit they're pretty good. So I'm gonna give those probably put those in B, maybe low A if I can find them. Where do they go? Yeah, here they are. I'm gonna give them B because I'm not a huge Alston fan. I like him, but not he's not quite in my top tier. Where'd you rank the OG Thrawn trilogy? S tier. Carter, of course. It's gotta be. Look, here yeah. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's the first thing we did, Carter. Don't worry. That's the first thing we did. So, we're going through the NJO right now, the New Jedi Order, and I'm almost done with it. So, we're doing Traitor. And Traitor, you know, I think it's slightly overrated. I really like it. And I really love Jason, and I almost want to put it in S tier, but it's a high A. It's a very high A. I'll probably just bump it up to S because I like Jason. I'm a huge Jason Solo fan, so I'll put it in S. I still think it's slightly overrated, but I'm gonna put it in S because it just Matthew Stover puts it over the edge. It probably was an A. It's an A book, but with Matthew Stover's writing, it puts it into S tier. So all right, so let me know, guys, if you have any thoughts, let me know. If you disagree or don't or not, let me know. Like, if you can convince me of something else, to move things around, I'll do it. But okay, so now we're on to Destiny's Way. Destiny's Way, I think, was a little bit of a step down, but it was still pretty good. I remember it being good. So it's like B or A. It's probably it's a low A. It's good. There's some really good. I remember there being really good some really good military stuff in it. Like battles. There was a couple really big battles in that, and there's a couple deaths. Really, there is a really one really big death in that. I guess, or spoiler alert for anybody who doesn't want to know. If I remember correctly, that's the book where um, Admiral Akbar dies. Pretty sure Admiral Akbar dies in that book, and I remember being kind of floored by that. I was surprised they killed off Admiral Akbar. That surprised me. I know they killed him off in the new canon too. I think because the actor died, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there, but um, the actor died. I think that's why they killed him off in the new canon. But that surprised me in the old canon. I was surprised they killed him off. So that one got me. That it gets a bump up because that death kind of hit me a little bit more than I thought it would. So anyway, moving on. That's Destiny's Way, and then the Force Heretic trilogy. I know, and again, this is going to be a weird opinion because most people do not like the Force Heretic trilogy. I mostly like them. They have problems. They have some problems, but I like them overall. So I'm gonna probably put in B tier. But I'll read this here real quick. Street of Shadows, Patterns of the Force, and The Last Jedi were between A and B. Seeing Jack's Pavin's encounters with Vader was cool. All right, I'll defer to you because I've read Last Jedi. I haven't read the other two, so I'll defer to you. I remember them being decent, not great, but not like bad. I'll put them in B tier. I'll probably put them in B tier. These are the you're talking about. Are these the Coruscant Night books? These are the Coruscant Night books, right? Frozen. Yeah. I'll get. Hang on a minute. Let me talk to Carter real quick here. Last time I told you I was not enjoying Virgil's character and a little too into Destiny's way now, and I love her and Luke's interactions. And I appreciate what she's trying to teach about the Force. Oh man, I guess I just kind of spoiled you on Destiny's way. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't know you're reading through the NJO, Carter. So I apologize for that, but yeah, I told you she grows on you. I'll kind of give you I'll concede that she's a little weird at first. Like Virgil kind of grows on you. She does. Because I was sort of like you. I wasn't super wild about her at first, but she grows on you. So yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do the Coruscant Night books. I don't remember those being amazing. I remember them being good, but not like amazing or anything. So I'll put them in B. I'll split the difference and say B. You're saying A, and I'd probably say like high C. So we'll split the difference. All right. Where's the third one? Or Last Jedi, right? Where is that? Thought that was here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So we're plugging along here. I'll just wrap up the NJO because nobody Carter, you might want to mute your might want to mute your computer if you don't want spoiler for the NJO because I'm probably going to talk about them here. So I was on where was I? Oh yeah, Force Heretic trilogy. Force Heretic trilogy is underrated. I think it's underrated. I think it's great. Like it's mostly great. They're a little slow. They're a little long and a little slow at points. But you get to see Chisilla. You get to see Chisilla. You get oh yeah. You just mute it or whatever. I don't know. It's up to you, Carter. But um, you get to see Chisilla. You get to see the Chiss homeworld. It's like the only, as far as I know, it's the only book. I think the only book where you get to see Chisilla. There might be one other book, but there's like only one or two books where they go to you get to see Chisilla, and that's it. And you get to see the the Chiss government, and I'm pretty sure that's the only one. And and people forget it. People, I think a lot of it's people dropped off of the NJO at that point. Like the NJO, see people. I agree with Matt Wilkins. I think the NJO could have kept going. I would have read another 10 books if they had kept the NJO going. The NJO is just fantastic. But anyway, the Force Heretic stuff, you get wrapped up, storylines get wrapped up. You get to see the Aventa, that storyline gets wrapped up. You get to see the Truce of Bakura, that story gets wrapped up. You get all these things that get wrapped up. It's great. It ties off a bunch of loose ends from the Bantam era. It's great. It's you have to read the Bantam era. Like if you hadn't read the Bantam era, those books will bore the hell out of you. So I could see maybe like if you're just going into the NJO straight and you're not reading you didn't read the Bantam books beforehand, they'll bore the hell out of you. But I read the most of the Bantam stuff before, so they're great. So sorry, Force Heretic trilogy gets a B for me. I'll concede they get a little slow. They get dragged down by the pacing a little bit. So but I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B on the Force Heretic trilogy, and I almost want to put go A on them, but just for I'll concede the length of them. They get a little drawn out, so they get dropped down to B. They're high Bs though, in my opinion. Okay, almost done with the NJO here. We're on Final Prophecy. Final Prophecy is the only one I remember being not really a dud, but I remember it not wowing me. That's the only one. That's the only NJO book that didn't wow me. So I almost want to put that in C, but I'll put it in B. It's a low B though for me. Low, very low B. Almost it's almost a C because it didn't wow me. I thought I just remember it being kind of a weird. It's just a bridge book basically. It's a bridge between the Force Heretic books and the. It just felt like a bridge between the Force Heretic books and Unifying Force. So, and here we go, final book of the NJO, and you guys know where I'm going to put this if I can find it. So we're getting near the end here. Shouldn't be having trouble finding these. Where the heck is it? Here it is. Unifying Force. No freaking question here. This is going in S tier. No freaking question. Amazing book. The grand finale of the NJO. It's fantastic. The whole book is just constant. God, there's so much amazing stuff in that book. It's written, it's paced real amazingly. Well, it's like a 500-page book, but it doesn't. It feels like a 100-page book. The pacing is so amazing, so great. Everything gets wrapped up, and it was supposed to be the original wrapping up of the whole. Lucino wrote it as the wrapping up of the whole post RTJ EU, and it should have been, in my opinion, it should have been the end of the. I like Legacy of the Force though. I will admit I like Legacy, but it was a great capstone. Unifying Force was amazing. It was just a fantastic capstone to the EU to the post RTJ EU. The final battle with Luke and Omini, and then or Shinra, and then Jason with Omini. It's amazing. It's incredible. The siege on Coruscant, and Jedi and the New Republic taking back Coruscant. All of it. The whole book is great. Carter, I don't know if you're here, Carter, but oh my God, it makes the NJO worth it. Like the slow parts in the NJO, it makes it totally worth it when you get to Unifying Force, man. It makes it all worth it. So, but I'll move on. I guess we'll just keep going here through the post RTJ stuff. We'll do Dark Nest, and you guys aren't gonna like my opinions on Dark Nest because I actually like Dark Nest for the most part. It drags a little bit in the middle, but I like it. I like Dark Nest for the most part. There's some weird stuff in it. I will admit, like some of the bug stuff. The bug stuff gets a little weird. Like I think there's a couple parts with like bug, you know, not bug sex, but like talking about bugs releasing pheromones, and it gets a little weird. But hang on, Moff Tucker. I've not read NJO or Legacy of the Force yet. Which is better to start with? Oh, NJO, because Legacy, they follow into one another. Legacy follows from NJO. NJO goes right into. I mean, you can read Darknest. You can skip Darknest. There's a bridge between there. It's NJO, Darknest, Legacy of the Force. But I would recommend though here before you if you have not read any Bantam stuff, Moff. I don't know what you have read. Have you read any Bantam stuff? I really strongly recommend reading some Bantam stuff before you read the NJO. It'll make it a lot more rewarding. Trust me. I really strongly recommend reading you need to read the Thrawn trilogy, probably the X-Wing books, and the Jedi Academy trilogy. Um, I would say those three, at least bare minimum, read Thrawn trilogy if you have not. Moff Tucker, let me know. I mean, you can jump straight into the NJO. You can do it. I don't recommend it though because you're gonna be a little confused because there's a lot of stuff that happened between the original trilogy and um the NJO. So I'm telling you from experience because I didn't I jumped straight in the NJO. When I was a kid, that's what was coming out. And that was what was new, and I jumped straight into it, and I was kind of confused because they reference a lot of Bantam stuff. So you're gonna be more comfortable reading it if you read the Bantam stuff first. How much of YJO would be considered essential in your opinion? You mean the Young Jedi Knights? Sorry, not YJO, Young Jedi Knights. The first story arc for definitely because you're introduced to everybody. So this one right here, this this is the first 6 books, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, the first 6 books. These are essential, in my opinion. People skip these, and that's a mistake. Don't skip these. At least this first chunk. It's 3 story arcs. This is the first story arc. You need to read the first. Again, you don't have to, but I recommend it. If you want to get to know the Solo kids, you want to get to know Tenel Ka. These are all the people you're going to see in the NJO and the rest of the EU throughout the rest of the EU. The NJO, Legacy of the Force, and Fate of the Jedi. So I strongly recommend reading at least this first story arc. Yeah, I wish this had the the YA books on here because I'd be ranking those too. I'll do them with the YA books at some point. But first 6 books, Frozen. That's the short answer. I read the Thrawn trilogy, but not X-Wing. I recommend reading the X-Wing books, at least the first 4. I would strongly recommend. You don't have to. You don't have to. I would say Thrawn trilogy is like the only like you have pretty much have to read that almost. You have to read those, and you've already read those. So if you really want to jump in NJO, you can do it. But I'd recommend reading at least the first 4 X-Wing books. Because Cornhorn's pretty important. He's actually really important in the NJO, so I strongly recommend it. Recommend reading those first 4 books first. So anyway, I guess we'll move on and we'll do Legacy of the Force. Nate N8. Nate. Hey you all. Hey. We're ranking books. I'm gonna do Legacy of the Force now. I was able to plow through it NJO a lot quicker than I thought. Because I'm probably the only person on here that really knows a lot about it. So nobody was contesting me on the NJO stuff. X-Wing has been on my list for a long time, so start there next. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I strongly yeah, you'll enjoy them. They're worth your time, definitely. Okay, so we're gonna do Legacy now, or no, we're doing Dark Nest, and I like them. I mostly like them. It drags in the middle a little bit, but I like them, and I can't remember the order of them right now, but we're doing them. They're in B tier for me. They're high Bs, but they're Bs for me. I'll lump them all together because it's just one book, basically split into 3. So they're high Bs, and I know that's controversial. YA The Young Jedi was good for its target market. Yeah, they're great. They're great books. They're even as an adult. I read them. I read them in my late 20s, early 30s, and they're good. They're still enjoyable as an adult. They're great books. They're still fun. They're just solid books. Period. Honestly, even as adults, I would yeah, I'd still recommend them even as an adult. So anyway, and then now we're gonna do Legacy. And Legacy is a roller coaster. I remember Legacy being a roller coaster. I remember it starting off pretty good. So I'm gonna put Betrayal. Betrayal will put an A tier. It was pretty good. I remember that one being pretty good. Bloodlines was decent. That was where Boba Fett is like dying from his clone genes are breaking down. That stuff was cool. I liked I'm weird because I think I like Karen's Legacy books better than most of her Republic Commando books, and most people do not are the opposite. Most people do not like her Legacy books, and I like most of them. I like Boba Fett in that he gets a little too talky sometimes, but other than that, I liked it. Legacy was okay at good moments, but overall felt the series lacked direction. Yeah, it did. It lacked direction. But overall I thought it was okay. Like it was like it's kind of like trying to think of how to a good analogy would be like it's like your mom if your mom wasn't the best cook, but she tried. Like it's from your mom. So you're kind of like, yeah, this isn't bad. I can tell my mom didn't really like she was having an off day. Like maybe be like if your mom's a really good cook and she just was having an off day, like it's still good. Like you're like, oh, this is good. But I can tell my mom's having an off day. That's kind of how it felt to me. Like it was good, but it just wasn't quite up to snuff. So anyway, Betrayal and what's next? Or we did what's next? We got Tempest, and I thought Tempest was pretty good. Like I thought Troy Denning's books were pretty good too. I'd put Troy Denning's books probably in A tier. But again, I'm weird. A lot of people don't like Troy Denning's legacy books. I like them, so I'm gonna put that in A. Tempest is going on A. God, Exile. Oh man, Exile was slow. I did not like Exile. I thought that one was slow. That book took me forever to read, but I'm not a huge fan of Aaron Alston. I have mixed opinions on Aaron Alston. He's hit or miss for me. I think that's it. Exile, right? Yeah, it's Exile. Exile was like, I don't know. I almost want to put that in C because I just remember that being dragging. That's where Legacy kind of started dragging for me. Let's see, Sacrifice. Which one's that? That's yeah. Sacrifice was pretty good. That's Troy Denning again, right? Or no, that's never mind. I'm screwing up here. That's where Mara J dies. Sorry, spoilers again. Should have said that. Again, I actually thought that was I liked it. Did I like Mara J dying? No, but I thought overall it was a pretty good book. I'll put it in B. I'll put it with her other legacy book. I know a lot of people didn't like that. They didn't like Karen killing off Mara Jade, but it didn't bother me. I'm not a huge Mara Jade. I like Mara Jade. Don't get me wrong, I do. I do like Mara Jade, but I'm not a huge like fanboy for her. I don't go gaga over Mara Jade like most people do, but I'm weird. I have weird opinions, and that's one of them. I wasn't like super upset that she died. I wasn't like distraught over that. It's upsetting. Like I mean, the book is upsetting, and it's like, it's sad and all that. But I wasn't. I didn't bother me all that much. It served the purpose. It served the purpose in the story, I think, of showing that Jason was an ass. He was a horrible. He's becoming a horrible guy, and that it served its purpose. Her death served a purpose in the storyline for me. So sorry. Again, I know that's a controversial opinion, but it's how I feel. So what's next? We got Inferno, and Inferno was pretty good. That's where what do you call it? Kashyyyk gets firebombed. I remember that one being pretty good. Put that in B. I don't remember too much about it except for Kashyyyk being firebombed and Jason kind of Jason kind of sort of acts like an idiot in that one. So I probably should put it in C, but I don't know. It's Troy Denning, so I remember it was a decent read. I remember that. Fury again dragged. I thought Fury dragged because it's Aaron Alston again, and he just wastes time with meandering around with his characters. It just meandered for me, so it's going into C with the other Aaron Alston book in Legacy. Let's see next. I just remember Han and Leia just kind of farting around, and it just meandered, and I hate books that meander like that. So C is probably being generous, honestly. Let's see. We got yeah, Revelation and Invincible, and I thought these two were both pretty good. Oh, here. Would it help if I play KOTOR 1 and 2 before reading the Revan book? I'm currently in the middle of the first game. Um, Probably, because I think it's a sequel, I think, isn't it? It's written as like KOTOR. I don't remember it that well, but it's written as like KOTOR 3, I think, almost. It takes place after, so yes. I would play KOTOR, just play KOTOR 1 and 2 anyway, because they're amazing games. And then if you really want more, read Revan. I don't remember Revan being that great, honestly. So just play the games, honestly, and just pretend it ends there. And just hope we get a KOTOR 3 at some point, but not under. See, that's the thing. Even if we get a KOTOR 3, it's going to be Disney. So I don't know. I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but man, it's just God. Even if because they're doing that remake, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm really worried about KOTOR in general right now. And I don't really care, but they can do whatever they want. Disney can do what they want. They own it. But I don't know. I'm just I'm almost kind of hoping they don't make a KOTOR 3, honestly, or even that remake. I know it's delayed or whatever. It's sitting in development hell right now. I hope it stays there. Honestly, Jason or Darth Cadus for me was a disappointing character. Um, I can see that. I can see that. I think he has his moments. He has his moments, but I think overall he could have been handled better. Yes, I'll agree. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I wasn't. I honestly, overall, I wish he hadn't turned to the dark side. Yeah, I think I'll overall agree with you because I think I think it was a mistake. I think it was overall a mistake making Jason fall to the dark side. I agree. I almost want to agree with you totally. There's some cool stuff though. I think he does some cool things. He does some cool things. He does a lot of dumb things. Um, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll agree with you. He could have been handled better. He could have been handled better overall. The games are definitely worth it. Yes, definitely. The Revan book I think is better if you've experienced KOTOR 1 and 2 stories first, but not necessarily essential. I guess it's not, but I'd strongly recommend it. Just play the games. I don't know. I need to reread it. I don't remember Revan very well. I'll have to reread it. So anyway, we'll try to finish Legacy of the Forest here real quick. I thought those last two books were good, and maybe it was just because I was getting near the end. Um, but I remember liking them. So I'm gonna put Revelation in. I think it's Revelation, right? Yeah, Revelation. I'm gonna put Revelation in B with Karen's other books, and then I'm gonna put Invincible in A because it's a great finale. It's a great finale. Does it make the whole thing worth it? Probably not, but it's a good finale. And spoiler for anybody again, but even though I was sad to see Jason die, it was a good finale. Do I wish we would have gotten Aaron Alston's happy ending and not Troy Denning's sad tragic ending, but and that's I kind of talked about this before, but that's almost kind of my endpoint for the EU. I'm like to me that was a gut punch. That was almost like because Jason to me is like the main character of the EU, and I know it's at one point he was supposed to be. I know it was going to be Anakin, and then they switched it to Jason. And I think that's the biggest actually probably is one of the biggest mistakes the EU made is killing off Jason because he was supposed to be the main character. He was the main guy. He was going to be the main guy continuing it, continuing everything. And I felt like when they killed him off like that, to me, that's the end. Like Fate of the Jedi, it has its moments, but I wasn't wild. I wasn't enthralled by it. And even Legacy has problems. I mean, again, Legacy it has problems definitely, but I wanted to see Jason's endpoint. So to me, that it pushed me through it, and that's that to me that's kind of my endpoint for the EU because I felt like you had all this buildup of all these books. You had 30, 40 books of buildup, and then boom, kill him off. He's dead. And I get it. I get the point of the story. It was supposed to be. It's tragic. It's a guy. It's a guy succumbing to evil, and paying the price. But anyway, it's just man, I've got mixed feelings on Legacy. I like it overall, but it's got some problems. But anyway, we'll move on. Moff Tucker, the KOTOR games are amazing. Oh yeah, they're incredible. Some of the best RPGs ever made. So if you haven't played them, anybody watching this, even played them, play them. Like stop what you're doing and go play them. After the stream, of course. After I'm done, of course. All right, so should we just do Fate? I'm gonna actually ask you guys about Fate because Fate's a blur to me. I don't really remember it all that well. I don't remember liking it. I would honestly put all of Fate in like C tier and be done with it. But what are your guys' opinions? Let me know. Maybe I'll do something else. I'll let the opinions pile up here about Fate, and we'll do some other things. But okay, we'll do a lot of these. Some of these I have not read, so Anyway, okay, we'll swing back here and do some Bantam stuff because we missed a few Bantam things. I thought the AC Crispin Hansel books were just okay. I didn't think they were all that great, so I'm gonna go C tier on those. I haven't read them in a while, but I don't remember them. I remember them being okay, like not really great, but not really terrible. I'm gonna put those in C because I don't remember those. I don't remember them really well, but I just from what I remember, they weren't really great, but they weren't really bad. They were good, but they weren't like I don't know. I probably should put them in B tier, but I guess I'll just put them in B tier. If I'm putting Legacy of the Force in B tier, I probably should have put those in B tier because they're Bantam books and they're decent ones. Where's the third one at? Where the heck is it? Where's that third one at? I'm not seeing it. Did I get them all up there? I didn't think I did. I didn't think I did. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I don't know why I'm having trouble. I don't know why I didn't notice that one. Okay, so we've got. I think did I finally get all the Bantam books? I think. Oh, New Rebellion. New Rebellion I liked. New Rebellion's underrated. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go A tier, low A. But I remember liking New Rebellion. From what I remember of it, it was good. You get it's a dark. It's the classic story of a Jedi, Luke train that falls to the dark side, and Luke has to turn him back. So it's a classic story. It got reused, and there's a reason Jedi Outcast reused that plot because it was good. Okay, so I think we're finally done with Bantam. Finally. Okay, so I'm just gonna do maybe we'll just do Fate real quick and just bang it out real fast here. Yeah, you agree with me. It's a good book. It's underrated. I think New Rebellion is underrated. It's a solid book. Is A maybe it's probably like a low A, but it's a solid A. A minus. So I'm just gonna bang through Fate real quick here. I did not care for Fate that much. I didn't. I'm gonna put most of Fate in C, except for maybe the last book. I did not like Fate that much. I'm sorry. Maybe part of it just blended together with Legacy for me, and I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and do Fate real quick here. I'm just gonna put it in C, except for maybe Apocalypse, maybe. So where's Omen? Outcast, Omen, Abyss, and I'll put Apocalypse in B because there's some things I liked. There's some things I liked about it, but I just did not. I didn't care for Fate that much. I didn't, guys. I'm sorry. If somebody wants to convince me on it, I mean, like again, like I said, Legacy's a mixed bag too. But I don't know. I felt like I was able to get through Legacy, and Fate I was a struggle to get through. Fate of the Jedi was really a struggle to get through for me. So most of it goes in C tier. Sorry, unless somebody has something to say and they want to defend something about it. I felt like it was better than Legacy in some ways, but it was worse in a lot of others. It was kind of boring. I don't know. I thought it was just boring. Especially the first few books are really boring. Like stuff doesn't happen until like halfway through it. Like at least with Legacy, stuff's happening. You know. Like Jason's fallen to the dark side. There's lots of different things happening. I felt like Legacy was just it was slow, it was just meandering, it just meandered a lot. Or Fate, I'm saying Fate meandered too much. And Legacy meandered at some points too, but I don't know, man. I just felt like it meandered too much. But anyway, we'll move on. Oh, I forgot one. All right, so we're gonna go with let's see, next year, Millennium Falcon. Again, Lucino, so it goes up a few points. I'm gonna put Millennium Falcon in B because it could have been better. It could have been better. It was okay. It's probably a C book, but Lucino elevates it to a B. And then we'll do the Jane Core books. I thought were good, not great, but good. So those go in B. I like J. It gets bumped up. They're probably like high C books, but I'll give them B's because they have it has Jane Core, and I think Jane Core is an interesting character. So oh yeah, I forgot the last X-Wing book. That'll go in A tier. Not quite as. It's good. It's not quite as good as the other ones. So now we're kind of to the junk and or like stuff I haven't read. So we're gonna just bang. I don't know. Why don't oh I forgot one of the Fate books. So Karen Travis's Clone books, Clone Wars books. I have not. I've only read the one with Callistia. The one with Callistia is pretty good. That's like a B, maybe like a low B. Both of those are like low Bs, and then the novelization's like a D, like a C or a D. I'll put it in D because there's like nothing to it. It's literally just a movie. It's not worth reading at all. Tatooine Ghost gets like a C because it's boring. It's just them looking for a painting. Let's see. And then most of these I haven't read. Crucible, I don't know. Crucible I thought was okay. I don't know. I'll probably give it like a B. I'll give it a B because it's Troy Denning and I like most of his books. Yes. Yeah, that's in I think A tier. It was in B originally and then I moved it up to A, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's right there. Yep. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I know it has mixed opinions, but I liked it. It's the Night Sister stuff and the Night Sister stuff bumps it up. It's probably like a B book, but it gets bumped up because it does a lot. It does a lot. You get the Night Sisters, you get the Haps cluster and all the stuff with Tenel Joe and all that, all the Haps consortium or whatever. So it laid a lot of groundwork for later books. So for that alone, it's an A to me. It's a B or an A to me. I put it in B originally, and I bumped it up to A. Red Harvest, I think, is not that bad. It's not great. Most people hate it. It's like a C. It's definitely a big step down from Death Troopers. I'm in the middle of it now. I'm enjoying it, listening to it before I finish X-Wing. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good book. It's worth reading for sure. Okay, so now we're on to a lot of this I have not read. So I'm probably just gonna lump most of these in here. Oh yeah, the one Old Republic book I have read. This one is good. That's Deceived, right? Yeah, Deceived. Deceived is good. Deceived is like an A. That's a solid one. I remember that one being good. And then these I have not read. Most of these I have not read. So I think I'm pretty sure. Let me double check real quick. I don't think I've read any of these because these are most all the later. I have not read a lot of the later Del Rey stuff. Like most of the later Del Rey stuff, I have not read. So I'm gonna have to put these in not read for now. Oh, Night Iron I did read. That one was not very good. I'm gonna put it in D. I remember that one being not very good. And nope, haven't read Choices or One, even though I know I've not read any of these. So that's it. That's it, guys. So what are your guys' thoughts here? I think the S tier. I was expecting the S tier to be bigger. There's some stuff I honestly I would probably put the Jedi Academy trilogy in S tier. I'm tempted. That's the only thing I almost want to put up there, but I'll concede. It's fine. This didn't take as long as I thought. I was figuring this is going to take all night. I've only been on 2 hours. It's not much longer than my other streams. So, thoughts, opinions, anybody? I guess I can go back to my normal screen here if you guys want to just talk normally. But yeah, I think this isn't bad. Like I said, I know I have a handful there I haven't read, but I guess I'll save this. I don't have to log in or whatever. I'll just download the image. So there you go. There's the official Hidden Gems tier EU Expanded Universe ranking, book ranking. Read it and weep. Let me know, folks. I know I've got some controversial opinions here, but there it is. So I guess I'll close this window for now, and I'll see if anybody else wants to talk here. Thoughts, opinions, anybody? Let me know. The chat's dead here, so I'm fishing for replies here. Let me know. Or is the chat not? Maybe are we having problems with the chat? Maybe I don't know. I don't know if maybe things are getting blocked. What is something from the EU that you would want to see developed into something new? Mm, man, there's a lot of things. What do you mean exactly? Like taking like a book and making it a video game or something like that? Is that what you mean? Or a TV show or something? I'm assuming that's what you mean, right? Like adapting something from the EU into something else. If that's your question, I think I answered this already, but I'll answer you again. It's fine. I would like an NJO video game. NJO video game, New Jedi Order video game. We never got any video games from the New Jedi Order. We got New Republic video games. We got video games from every other era except New Jedi Order and Legacy. Same thing, Legacy. We almost got a Legacy video game. There was going to be a Darth Maul game that was going to take place during in the Legacy era. It was going to take place during the Legacy comics, and it got canceled. And they were in develop. It was in development. So I would say, yes, Legacy would be cool too, but I would say new Jedi Order. I'd like to have a new Jedi Order video game. I would take. I mean, I take anything, but if you want specifics, maybe like a sequel to Jedi Knight, a Jedi Knight 4, fourth Jedi Knight game with Kyle Katarn hunting down Yuzhan Vong, Yuzhan Vong assassins and stuff like that. Something like that, like a first person shooter. Is that I like shooters. I like FPS games. Any kind of shooter, third person shooter, first person shooter, something like that would be cool. That would be my gut, like my gut reaction. If you had to give me an answer. So NJO video game. I mean, a movie or a TV show would be cool too, but it worked better as a TV show. I think I agree with Matt Wilkins on that because he said there's somebody said that maybe it wasn't him, but if you were going to adapt, you'd have to do a TV show because it's too freaking long. It's way too long to do as you'd have to do like 20 like 10 movies and it'd just be ridiculous. It'd be better as a TV show. Frozen Gaming. I mostly agree with your ratings of the things I've read. Okay, cool. So I guess I'm not that weird then. I go on the EU. There's an EU Reddit, by the way, guys. There's an there's the Expand Universe Reddit. And people don't agree with me. Like I'm most people do not agree with me. So that's nice, Frozen. You're like one of the few people that probably agrees with me. Like I know there's certain things like everybody likes, like everybody likes the Thrawn trilogy. Pretty much everybody likes Dark Plagueis and most of James Luceno's stuff. Like that's pretty much a consensus. That's been I there's stuff like that that I agree with, but like Kevin J. Anderson, a lot of people do not like his books. I know I've said that multiple times on here, but a lot of people do not like his stuff, and I do. I like all. He has only one dud. He only has the Leviathan. That's his only dud. I think every book he wrote and every comic he wrote was good in the expanded universe. And most of his books in general are good on, in my opinion. In my opinion, sorry. So yeah, I just thought I was surprised. I thought you guys would get. I figured I had somebody in here who'd be flipping out about something. I don't know. Maybe I lost people pretty quick because I had like 13 people. I think it's the most I've ever had. I had 13 people watching this. Aside from that first stream, I had 13 people watching, and then they were probably looking at my ratings for. They probably did. They probably saw Jedi Academy trilogy and went, "Oh God, he's one of them," and he left. People like Matt Wilkins though, that's what I don't understand. People like Matt Wilkins, even though his opinions they're pretty similar to mine. I'm pretty similar to him. And there's another guy, Christopher Nelson, I think. Out of the EU YouTubers, um, we're like the only ones that like Kevin J. Anderson. Pretty much every other EU YouTuber I've seen does not like him, or at best they're like lukewarm towards him. At best, they usually do not like his stuff. And the general consensus in the EU is that he's like one of the weaker authors in the EU, and I totally disagree with that. Totally, I would rather read. I'd rather read Kevin over Karen Travis. I mean, no question. God, he's so much better than Karen Travis. I don't get. I know Karen Travis is divisive, but it seems like people generally though like her stuff more than Kevin's stuff generally, and I totally disagree with that. He she's got some good books. She's got a few. She's got like two. Like you saw on my list, she's got like three or four good books. She's got the first Republic Commando book, and she's got a couple. I thought a couple of the Legacy books are pretty good, but that's it. Like that's all she's got. Like Kevin's got the Jedi Academy trilogy. I mean, he wrote more comics than novels. See, that's the thing. He only wrote like four novels. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He's just I don't know. I just think Kevin's books are better. Just overall, they're just more fun. I mean, Kevin gave us Kip Duran, and I think he has potential as a good Jedi character. Could be missing the mark entirely with that one. Yeah, I'm with you. He's Kip Duran's divisive, and I get it. I sort of get it because people flip out over him blowing up that planet, but he was possessed. He wasn't in his right mind. Every people forget that. They think, oh, Kip Duran, he blew up that planet. He should have been, put in front of a firing squad. He was possessed by a Sith Lord. He wasn't in his right mind. He was on himself. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, did you not read the book? Not you, Frozen, but like people that complain about that. Did you not read the book? He was basically possessed. He wasn't doing it. He wasn't just doing it. Like people hate Kid Duran. I don't get it. I do not get it. Like if you didn't read the book, I mean, if anything, I think Kip Duran gets a little weirder later on. Like not when Kevin's writing him. I think Kevin writes him fine. I think when he in the NJO he gets a little weird. Like when he's written by other people, he gets a little weird. I think he gets a little too cocky and like he gets a little weird. But like in the Jedi Academy trilogy, he's good. And in Darksaber and stuff, he's written fine. I don't get it. He was a kid. He was like a teenager who was possessed by a Sith Lord. Or at bare minimum, he was being influenced. I mean, I can't remember if he was exactly possessed, but like bare minimum, he was being strongly influenced. So I don't get the hate behind Kim Duran. Sorry, y'all got a jet. Yeah, don't worry about it, dude. I'm not gonna probably go too much longer because the questions are the chat's really slowing down for some reason. So there's 6 people in here and barely anybody's talking. So let me know, folks. I can talk EU. We can talk something else. If you want to talk about something else. You want to talk about Star Wars. I'm I'm all I'm all for other things. I'm all for other stuff. I'm probably gonna start doing other stuff because I do like talking about Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, but I want to talk about other things sometimes. Does XR Kun get more coverage in the books? I think he gets a lot more screen time in the comics. Yes, he does. He's more of a comic character. Yeah, you need your Tales of the Jedi. Read Tales of the Jedi. Those are his storyline. That's his storyline basically. It's Tales of the Jedi. It's great. Tales of the Jedi is great. And it just gets better and better. Like again, it's one of those things. I felt like Kevin was the same way. He just ramped up. Like each comic got better and better. Each series just got better and better and better. They're great, man. Read them. You can read them online for free. I can't really tell you where to go because I don't want to get in trouble, but just Google them. You'll find them. Just Google like, you know, Tales of the Jedi comics, read online or something. It'll come up. They're great. But yeah, I almost recommend reading because they were written in tandem. I think he wrote the Jedi Academy trilogy first, I think, and then he started writing the Jedi Academy. He was writing them both at the same time. He's writing Jedi Academy trilogy and Tales of the Jedi at the same time. But yeah, he's a comic character. He's more of a comic character than a book character. He gets referenced in the books a lot, quite a bit. I mean, he's in the Jedi Academy trilogy, obviously, but he gets referenced later, I think, here and there. I think he's in a video game too. I think. I know Euler Keldroma, the main character from Tales, from the first Tales arc. He's in the Clone Wars, the first Clone Wars video game on Xbox, the old one on the Xbox and PS2 and GameCube. So I want to say Exar Kun. I know he's referenced in that. I don't think he's in it, but he's referenced in it. I'm pretty sure he's mentioned. He's mentioned all over the place. Even I think even Disney canon. Is he technically? I think he's technically Disney canon now because there was like a wasn't there an art book or something? I remember seeing this like 4 or 5 years ago. There's an art book or something where he's referenced. So I think he's technically Disney canon. I think now. I think so. Even all these years later, he's still around. Double-bladed lightsaber too. He's the first. He's the first character to have a double-bladed lightsaber. A lot of people don't know that. Kevin Kevin Janderson technically created the double-bladed lightsaber. A lot of people do not know that because of XR Kun. XR Kun was the first Star Wars character with a double-bladed lightsaber. That was not Darth Maul. It was not Darth Maul because that comic came out I think in 96, 97. It predated the prequels by a few years. I think George got the idea from it. Like he was reading because George is more of a comic guy. I've heard I've heard George is more of a comic guy. Supposedly, he kept up with the comics. I think more than the novels because he's a visual. He's a movie maker. It makes sense. He's more of a visual guy than a word guy. So I bet you, I know what happened. He was reading those comics, and he went, "Oh, cool, this is a good idea, double bladed lightsaber," and because it makes sense because he was working on the prequels. He was probably he just started working on the prequels. I think in like 95, 96, and I think that comic came out in like 96. So it lines up. EU trivia can't get anywhere else. Anyway, the chat's dying here, so I'm probably gonna unless somebody's got something else they want to say here. I'm I'll I'm open to talk about anything. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But I've been going 2.5 hours, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna end this soon unless somebody's got something they really want to talk about. I wish XR Kuna got a novel. I guess I'll just keep talking about XR Kun since nobody else is saying anything. But I wish, God, that would have been awesome. I really wish he got a novel, like just him. Man, that would have been awesome. I know Naomi Sunrider almost got a novel. She got a novel and it got canceled. She almost got a novel. I think Illa Caldromo almost got a novel too. I think. I wonder. I bet you XR Kun probably would have got a novel if the EU had kept going. I bet you XR Kun would have got a novel. I'd be pretty surprised if he didn't. He's pretty popular. That'd been awesome. What could have been if the EU hadn't gotten canceled? If Disney hadn't bought or whenever George hadn't sold it to Disney, what could have been? Anyway, this went pretty well. This went pretty well. I was expecting it to be. I was hoping to be a little more active, but it's pretty good for a while there at the beginning. There, I was having a lot of people talk. I couldn't keep up. It was going pretty quick. So I'm glad. Thank you people who joined. I know most people have left now, but whoever's here, I don't know. Frozen Gaming, you're the only person really talking to me, and I guess and Nate, Frozen Gaming and Nate are the only two guys talking to me. I'm guessing the Old Republic MMO probably doesn't get any more story content these days since Disney's in charge of the story. No, they're still making it. They're still making story expansion packs. Apparently, I think they might be stopping though. Finally, I think I read something like a few months ago that they said they're gonna they're they're pulling the plug on it. Like at least new content. I could have sworn I read somewhere. I think I'm almost positive. Double check, guys, if you want to double check for me real quick. Um, which is that's going to be a sad day. If you actually, I know I don't really care about the Old Republic all that much. I've played it. It's okay. I need to finish it. I'm not big on MMOs. I don't have time to, especially nowadays when I wish that had come out. It just came out at a bad time for me. I was really busy around the time, and I'm busy now too. Um, but I don't have time to sit and play MMOs anymore. So I want to finish it. But anyway, That's gonna be a sad day because that's literally the only expanded universe content that's still being made. That's it. That's literally it. Because I mean, there was the one shot comic, there was a one shot Marvel comic, and there was that's it. I think, isn't it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's literally it. Because the Marvel thing was a one shot thing. The Marvel Star Wars 108, that was a one shot. That was it. That's not going to continue. So the MMO the Old Republic expansions, that's it. That's the only. So when that ends, when they pull the plug on on the new expansions, which I'm pretty sure they're doing. I mean, maybe I'll double check real quick, but I'm like 90% sure I read something that said they're gonna stop, and that's it. That's gonna be the official like 100% end of the EU is totally gonna stop being. It's not gonna be. There's gonna be no EU content at all anymore. Period. I guess that's the last little thread of the EU that's still going because they pulled the plug on everything else: the books, the comics, the video games, except for everything. That's it. That's gonna be it. So that's gonna be a little bit of a sad day. I know I'm kind of repeating myself here, but that'll be. I wonder. We're gonna have to do something like the EU community here. I need to get more involved in the EU community. I feel like I'm kind of on the tertiary of it. Like I'm kind of like just sitting outside of it because I'm watching like I'm seeing Matt Wilkins is doing something with Meg reviews, I think, and she's a smaller YouTuber than me, and she's doing stuff. I need to probably reach out. I'm surprised nobody's reached out to me. I'm surprised like I know there was that one guy that said something about Matt Wilkins, but nobody's really reached out to me in the EU community. I'm a little surprised. I mean, I know I do other things. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're hesitant because I do other. I don't just do Star Wars content, but I don't know. Maybe it's probably up to me. They're probably waiting for me to reach out. They're probably, you know, maybe they're just a little. They're wary. Maybe they're waiting to see what my move is. But yeah, maybe I'll do that tonight. Maybe I'll try to reach out to one of those guys and see what happens. So, but anyway, I like talking to you guys. I mean, maybe I'll just keep it separate for now. But it's we're in strange days, man. We're in strange times for like for fandoms in general. And I kind of wanted to talk about this, and I guess I'll just kind of just keep talking here because nobody's saying anything. Um, like it's weird to me like how old franchises are just being treated like complete crap. Like it's happening with Star Trek too. They're digging up all these old actors and they're just it's like it should have just it I hate to say this, but I just wish it should have just stayed dead. Like Star Trek, I love Star Trek. Don't get me wrong. And my fiance agrees with me, and she's a Trekkie. It should have just stayed dead. Like you're bringing it back, and it's not. You got all these new writers that can't write. They can't write sci-fi. I'm sorry, like younger. Again, I'm gonna crap myself here. Like younger people just cannot write sci-fi. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. Like there. I'm not gonna say there aren't any younger people that can write sci-fi. There are. They exist. But they can't write Star Trek. They cannot, and they can't write Star Wars. I'm sorry. Like millennials in Gen Zers, we cannot write Star Wars. They're Gen X franchises. They're Boomer Gen X franchises, and it's just they're just written so poorly now, and they just put in goofy route. They just try to make it like the new Star Trek shows are just so they try to make them silly and just like that like Strange New Worlds. Like it looks like a parody. That's what I feel like is happening. Like I feel like Star Trek and Star Wars are just parodies of themselves now. Like just the fact that Jack Black, you had Jack Black and Lizzo in Star Wars. I mean, come on. Like what are you guys doing? Like I don't have anything against Jack Black or Lizzo, but come on, like really? And like they had that one senator, they had a real life senator They had a real life senator. I don't remember who it was or whatever. I think it was a senator in Star Trek playing a senator. Like seriously, come on. Like what are you doing? It's just I I don't know. I'm just guys. What like just let it rest. I know what it is. I know what it is. That there's money to be made. Anytime there's money to be made, just I just wish people would stop watching this crap. Like just stop. Like I did. Trust me. I'm one of the biggest Star Wars fans on the planet, and I had to stop. I had to quit with Star Wars. I'm done. I'm done with watching Disney parade a corpse around. That's what it feels like to me. I'm sorry. I know I'm not trying to be like dour or whatever, but it just feels like Disney parading a corpse around to me. That's what it feels like when I watch the newer stuff. Like it's just they don't treat it with respect. They don't. They're just there to make money. And I know again, I know George wanted to make money too. I'm not saying he didn't, but he at least cared. Like he tried. That wasn't his main goal. It was his art. It was something he enjoyed, and the money. Yeah, the money was nice. He obviously wanted to make money, but the art came first, and the money came second. Just listen to anything. Listen to like his speeches and stuff, and he says stuff like that. The art comes first, and with Disney, it's the opposite, and not just them, just the way movies and TV shows and things are made now. The mon the and even video games are getting like that too. I feel I'm pretty much feel the same way about video games, and that pains me too because I'm a huge video game person. But video games are the same way. It's the money comes first. They just try to make they just want to make as much money as possible, and the fun is just an afterthought. That's how I just feel media in general is made now. Like I don't know. I don't want to go too deep down this rabbit hole, but on the note of old franchises, I really hope that Alien keeps pumping out content. I heard a rumor about a movie called Alien Romulus coming out later. We get a few new books every year, which is nice. Yeah, I've heard most of the Alien stuff's pretty good. I need to get into Alien more because I've heard like from what I understand, the books are generally pretty good. Like all the I've read a few Alien books, like the older ones, but I've heard for the most part Aliens like pretty consistent. Like at least with the books and the comics and you know and stuff. And I know they're doing a TV show, and I'll probably give it a shot because Aliens usually pretty consistent. I know there's been a few misses here and there, but like at least they're letting it rest. Like I feel like they're doing like well, I know it's owned by Disney now, but like I felt like they didn't just keep pumping it out. Like they would let it rest if they had a misfire, like if they messed up, they just let it rest. Like they Alien 3, like I didn't even think Alien 3 was that bad, personally. I didn't think it was that bad, but the general public didn't really like it. So they stopped. They just quit doing alien movies for a while. They quit. And I know part of that was because of AVP, the AVP movie, the Alien versus Predator movie, and that there's a whole story behind that because that got stalled. That was supposed to be made in the 90s, and then it got stalled or whatever. Um, but they didn't they I felt like Fox handled that pretty well. Like they kept they went okay, it was a misfire. We screwed up with Alien 3. Let's try to course correct with Alien versus Predator, and then that got stalled. And they went okay, we'll do something else in the interim. They did Alien Resurrection, which actually I don't think is that horrible. I don't think you don't think Alien Resurrection is that bad. It's not great. It's not great, but I didn't think it was horrible. But even that, they kind of same thing. They kind of went, okay, that was a little bit of another misfire, so they waited another like, God, they waited like because the gap between Alien movies is pretty big. If you really look, like Alien 3 came out in what 92, I think 92, and then Resurrection came out in like 97, like 5 years later, and then AVP came out like 8 years after that because it was yeah Resurrection 97, yeah 2004. And I thought AVP was good. Actually, honestly, I thought AVP was good. I like the first AVP movie. The second one's not very. That second one's pretty bad, but I thought the first one was pretty good. I just hope they continue the story that started Prometheus and Covenant. Wasn't the best thing ever, but I like to see it continued. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I like Prometheus was good. Prometheus was good. I thought Prometheus was good, like overall good. And then I didn't think Covenant was terrible. It's kind of forgettable, but I didn't think it was terrible. I wouldn't mind them closing that out. You know, that was the original intent, right? They were gonna they were gonna do a trilogy. It was gonna be a trilogy or whatever. Yeah, I mean Covenant wasn't great, but you could have course corrected. You could have course corrected after that. I don't know. I wish I agree with you, Frozen. Just finish out the trilogy and then move on from there. But it's I hate again, I hate to say this, but Disney owns it now. So good luck. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Disney just freaking owns everything, man. They're gonna own everything. They're gonna own every franchise by the end of this decade. And maybe they won't now, but I don't know. I just man, I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. I have a small shred of hope for that TV show. We'll see. TV horror, like TV horror seems to be doing pretty good. I have more hope for TV horror, I think, than like I should say movie horror because there's a lot of good horror movies coming out now, but like Disney, I think that was already in the pipeline before Disney. So that might be good. I think it's Hulu, right? I know Disney owns Hulu now, but I think that was in the pipeline, so it might be all right. That one might be okay. And there's a lot you can do with the Alien universe. I think the Alien universe would be a really good TV show. That's money on the table. There's potential there. I think an Alien or AVP. I'm hoping. What I'm hoping they do, if they're smart, what they need to do is do Alien, start out doing Alien, and then just slowly start introducing Predator stuff into it. Like just little references and like background stuff, and like, man, the fans would eat that up. I would eat it up. I'll admit, man. I will admit, if they did something like that, I would eat it up. And I'm pretty jaded, and even I would eat that up. Just have little references to Predator. You just start off with little references, like trying to think of what you would do, like just planets like that are in the AVP universe, and they should just make it AVP, like an A, because I think AVP is technically its own separate universe. Like there's the Alien universe, the Predator universe, and then the AVP universe. They're technically three separate universes, I think. Or is the Predator? I think I'm pretty sure they're three separate universes, but dude, who cares? Like, just make it fun. I'm kind of getting tired of that too. Like, I used to be an anal about canon and stuff. Who cares? Like, if it's fun, who cares? Like, aliens and predators are cool. They're like having them in the same universe is cool and fun. And there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. Who cares if it's canon to Prometheus or whatever or Predator 2 or something. Who cares? Just make it fun. That's all I care about. Fun, and I talked about this in another stream. Fun needs to be prioritized, and I think that's the problem. Is fun is not being prioritized anymore. It's just money now. Money's prioritized first, and then enjoyment comes later. Just make it fun. So that's my opinion. But I agree with you, Frozen. I'd like to just see more Alien stuff, period, and Predator stuff. We got we we've got decent. We got a decent Predator movie a year ago. What, a year ago? Prey. Prey was a pretty good course correction, I think. Prey was a good apology for that horrible Shane Black movie. Oh my god, that was horrible. I don't know how you feel about that, Frozen, or if you even care about Predator, but oh my god, that was awful. And I paid to see that in a theater, and I regretted it so much. God, that movie was horrible. It was horrible. That's by far the worst Predator movie. I don't care what anybody says. Like it's not. You can crap on Predator. I would seriously rather watch the older the. I'd rather watch AVP 1 and 2 more like on repeat than sit through Predator. The Predator again. I'll never watch that movie ever again, even if it's on TV. Like if it pops up on TV or something, I won't watch it. I will not watch that movie ever again. It was a painful. There's very few movies I've ever seen that were painful to watch, and that was one of them. That movie was just painful. The Predator. Again, let me know anybody watching this. Give me your opinions on. I'm kind of enjoying talking about something other than Star Wars. I'll have to do it. I'll do an AVP stream or something because I want to talk about other things other than Star Wars. I've only seen AVP and Requiem so far. I'm planning on binging the available Predator stuff soon. Okay, cool. Yeah, what's your opinions? Did you like AV? I honestly, in hindsight, yeah, Requiem's not that great, but I rewatched it recently and compared to some of the newer stuff. Like compared to a newer movie, it's actually not that bad. That's how bad things are so bad now. The bar for movies and TV shows is so low now. Like with Netflix and just like with streaming and stuff. Requiem's not that bad in hindsight. At the time, I remember kind of going back it wasn't that good, but in hindsight, man, it's better. It's so much better than the Shane Black movie. Oh my God, Requiem and AVP one definitely, but AVP one's biggest flaw is that it's PG-13. That's its biggest flaw. It should have been R. I don't know what they were thinking there. I know what they were thinking. They were trying to make more money. They're trying to get a bigger audience there. So 13-year-olds could go watch, 13 to 17-year-olds could go watch it. But that's AVP's biggest flaw is it's PG-13. And it's got some other problems too. But overall, I thought it was fun. I didn't think it was bad. And then Requiem's biggest flaw is it was like a teen drama. Like the first half of the movie is like a teen drama. The second half of that movie is great. Like the second, just if they had lightened up if it's too dark and they should have changed some things, but like the second half of that movie, it's just people getting blown away and like predators and aliens just duking it out. It's great, but the first half of that movie is pretty bad. It's just teen drama. It's like Dawson's Creek, pretty much. I'm definitely looking forward to reading Alien Phalanx. The whole idea of it being set on a medieval era world is cool. Oh yeah, yeah, I need to read that. I've heard that's really good. I've heard that's good. Alien Phalanx. Yeah, I need to read that. There's a Predator fan film too, by the way, Frozen. If you're interested, I can't remember the name of it right now. But there's a Predator fan film that's medieval. It's set in the medieval times. It's great. I can't remember the name of it right now, but just like Google Predator um, Predator medieval fan film. It'll come up. It's really cool. I think it's basically like a spin on that. It's basically just Alien Phalanx and it's a Predator. I think so. Yeah, there's lots of cool. That's the thing I like about Alien and Predator too. There's lots of cool fan stuff. I know there's a lot of good Star Wars fan stuff out there too. But I think since Disney though, there's one thing again, not to get on the Disney hate train again, but I think people worry about doing stuff with Star Wars now because they don't. They're worried about Disney suing them or something. It's just Disney just put is just it's just to me has just cast a complete haze, just complete like cloud over Star Wars. I'm not trying again. I'm not trying to be dour here, but man, at least for the old fans, like for the old most people have just moved on. I know it's I know what's happening. What's happened is most people just have moved on, and that's mostly what I've done. I just do this stuff. I do this stuff for you guys because I like that you guys enjoy this. But I've pretty much moved on from Star Wars. Like at least like the new at least I read the books. I mean, I read some of the older books and I reread stuff sometimes, but that's it. Like I don't engage with Star Wars much anymore. I just don't. I do not like how Disney's handling it. So yeah, if anything, I'm more inclined to I know 80 to 10 Disney owns Alien and Predator, but they haven't ruined it yet. So I thought Prey was good. Like Prey has some problems too, but I thought overall Prey was good. Prey is a step in the right direction. But I think that was in the pipeline before. I want to say that was in the pipeline before Disney bought it. I'm pretty sure that was already in the pipeline. So we'll see, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll probably end this at midnight. We're coming up to midnight here, so if somebody's got something else they want to say. Frozen. I think Frozen. I think you're the only one really here who's talking to me. But Frozen. If you read the Earth Hive, if you want a good alien novel, and it's a comic book too. It's a comic book also, but Alien Earth Hive is really good. It's a trilogy. There's a trilogy of them, but those are great. Those are good. Those are very solid. If you want a really good alien novel, I haven't read many alien comics. I've read a couple now. I've read some novels. I've read the AVP novels too. I don't know if you've read those. There's a trilogy. There's a trilogy of AVP novels. Prey, Hunter's Planet, and can't remember the name of the third one right now. But there's a trilogy by S.D. Perry, Star Wars author, and he wrote the Earth Hive too. I think. Yeah, S.D. Perry or Steve Perry, whatever. Steve Perry. One of them was written by Steve Perry. The other one's written by his daughter, S.D. Perry, Stephanie Perry. But yeah, so check those out. If for anybody watching this, read Steve Perry's Alien and Predator stuff because he's good. He's a good author. He's a good like pulp author. He pretty much I think he even considers himself like a pulp author. That I mean that's pretty much what Star Wars and if you really want to boil it down, that's what Star Wars and Alien and Predator are. They're pulp. It's pulp sci-fi. I own the books. There's also a comic adaptation of the books. I own all four of those comic. Okay, yeah. So you already know what I'm talking about. Okay, yep. You know your stuff. Yeah, yeah. There's great Alien and Predator stuff out there. Great. There's a lot of really. It's almost that's its own expanded universe right there. I know it is. I know Alien and Predator. A lot of people don't know that Alien and Predator and AV/AVP is has its own expanded universe, and it was its own thing even before the movies. Like I'll admit I wasn't even aware of it until after the movie. My one friend was a comic book guy, and he's like that's based off of like a comic book, right? And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, AVP it was a comic and then it was a video game, and I'm like, oh really? That's awesome. See, I didn't know that. I just remember them because they marketed the hell out of that movie when that I remember I wasn't even really big into Alien or Predator when AVP came out. And I remember seeing they did it on Fox. I think they did a whole big like special. They did a whole big thing for it. And I remember they showed all the behind the scenes stuff, and it was really cool. They had Lance Henriksen. I think they had Lance Henriksen in there on there talking about it. It was cool. It got me hyped, and I wasn't even that big of like an AVP or Alien Predator fan at the time, and it got me hyped for it. I guess that was kind of like you know what? I think that was kind of my entry point into like the AVP Alien Predator universe. Did I see Predator first? I think I saw Predator 1. I saw the first Predator movie. My dad rented it. I saw the first Predator movie. That was technically my first AVP related thing, but then when I saw AVP, that was like my entry point into all like the rest of it. So I'm more of a Predator guy than an Alien guy. My friends were my one. It was funny. My most of my friends were Alien fans. My best friend especially he was more of an Alien guy, and I was more of a Predator guy. We balanced each other out because he was like that. He was a Marvel guy, and I was a DC guy. It's funny how we always balance each other out and everything. He was Marvel, I was DC. I like Predator. He liked Alien. So it's all great though. I love Alien too. It's all great stuff. Sci-fi in general. I love sci-fi just in general and fantasy. It's all good stuff, guys. Hopefully, like I said, I'm crossing my fingers that that TV show will be good. We'll see. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Crossing my fingers for that Hulu. I think it's Hulu, right? I think it's gonna be on Hulu. We'll see. So we're about to hit midnight here, so probably gonna end this unless somebody's got something again. Unless somebody's got something they want to say, something they want to talk about, or ask me. If you have a question you want to ask me, you can ask me a question. Don't be shy. I'm all ears here. So I don't know when I'm gonna do my next stream. I'm not sure. I don't know. I almost bailed on this one, but I figured you guys would be upset if I didn't do my tier ranking thing. I'm still kind of getting over that sinus infection. I'm still not quite back to normal yet. I'm close, but I'm still a little off. If you can't tell, I'm not quite myself yet. But I figured you guys would want me to do that, so didn't want to bail on you. But yeah, I'll probably just end it here, unless again somebody has something to say. Because we're hitting midnight here, and the chat's been dead for about 6 minutes, so the chat's pretty much dead. I'm just talking to Frozen Gaming here. So anybody else? We got 4 people in here, so 3 other people. If you want to say something, now's the time. Because I'm about to pull the plug, about to pull the plug here and let you guys go. So anyway, all right. I guess that's it. Nobody's saying anything. Anybody? Anybody? Alrighty. Frozen. If you're there, what? Let me know what. If you want to talk more AVP stuff next time, Frozen. Do you want to do that? Maybe I'll do like an AVP stream or something. I want to do something other than Star Wars. I'd like to do something else. I like to do something other than Star Wars. So okay, Frozen. Yeah, I enjoyed it too, Frozen. I like talking to you about AVP stuff. So you have a good night too. So I guess I'll end it here. I know there's a delay. I think that's part of it. I know that that's part of it. But yeah, sure. I'll do something else. I want to talk about some other things other than just Star Wars. So yeah. All right, Frozen. And one of the other persons watching this. That's it for now. We'll do something else next time. Try to do this. I'm gonna try to do this once a week. So we'll see. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in and how busy I am and whatnot. So alrighty. Thanks for joining me, everybody. And may the force be with you always.